This is T.Y. Jackson.
United States Women's Champion Chelsea Green.
How you doing, people?
And I love pro wrestling.
I love pro wrestling.
Good morning, everybody. Good afternoon. Good evening. Welcome to the Brunch Gimmick. I am Lawrence Kurtze. We are live. Another big week in wrestling, as yesterday was AEW Wrestle Dream.
Hi, I'm Maxine Dupree.
And I'm Otis.
Hi, I'm the Sweetest Pea, Christara.
Mars, the specialist.
And I love wrestling.
And I love pro wrestling.
And we
love wrestling.
Bottoms up, brains on. Welcome to Quizplex here on Love Wrestling, your pro wrestling trivia charity show. My name is Zach Ralph. I will be your host.
This is God's gift to wrestling, Michael Richard Blaze.
We are the Usos.
This is Rachel Ellering.
And we love wrestling.
And I love pro wrestling.
And I love pro wrestling.
Hello, Love Wrestling. It is Thursday night. It is 8 p.m. And you all know what that means.
Well, you better know by now. It's episode 235 of this thing.
I guarantee you, there's like an 85% chance that's not an accurate number.
Hi, this is Shaz McKenzie.
This is Big Bad Boris.
This is the Rhinestone Cowboy, Stephen Crow.
And I love pro wrestling.
And I love pro wrestling.
And I love wrestling.
If you're here, thanks for being here. It's For Exposure, Love Wrestling's independent weekend podcast where we break down all the best happenings on the world of the independent wrestling side.
I'm Penta. I'm wrestling. And what?
I'm the alternative Anthony Green.
And I love pro wrestling.
And I love wrestling.
And I love wrestling. I love wrestling. And you know what? Pentacero.
That's called scatting, kids. It is 8 o'clock p.m. Mountain Standard Time. It is time for a excitingly fun, I hope, episode of Saturday Night Love. My name is Big Bad Boris.
I'm Big Ben Ortmans.
Hi, this is Smiley Kylie Ray.
I'm Yaskai.
And I love wrestling.
And I love wrestling.
And I love pro wrestling.
Of course.
Hello, Love Wrestling. It's Thursday night. It's 8 p.m. And you know what that means. It's another new episode of Between Two Beards.
Can we start off with the biggest news of the week? The Rats lost!
If you've got the budget, I've got the time.
There he is.
Hey, boss!
There's the boss.
Hey! The man with the finest beard on this screen. Canadian men, boys, shut the hell up. Let me talk.
You see, the Rads are resourceful. When I got beef with somebody, I can find a way to talk to them.
Hello, Love Wrestling. It is Thursday night. It is 8 p.m. It is 2026.
How ridiculous is that?
And you know what that means.
The Indiana Hoosiers are the best team ever.
They are. They're going to win. That was the most flawless game of football. They did no mistakes, Indiana, today.
Anyway.
Drew Nicholas in the chat. Happy New Year, bud. Good to see you, friend. What it does, tell them what it means, Pluggo.
Well, it means that it's another episode of Between Two Beards. And if you saw our new entrance, we're up to 243, but we're 85% sure that is wrong.
Not correct.
But it is the first episode of 2026. It's the first time we've ever done the 5th annual Beardie Awards on In January, we usually do it the last Thursday of the year, but the last Thursday of this
All
year.
the holidays were on Thursdays this year.
Yeah.
So just kind of lined up.
So we definitely had to change the pace. So make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Start us off strong in 2025. If you want to guarantee you get a statement or a question read on the air, because there was a lot that happened this week in wrestling. We haven't seen you guys in 10 days. Leave a super chat. Shout out to Zach Fernando. The boss is in the house saying he better win. I don't know if he's up for any of these awards, to be honest.
I don't think he is. I don't think
Scott's
he is.
in the house. Dan Brown, Drew Nicholas, Ryan Sullivan around the ballpark. We are cranking today, guys. What's up?
We are. And I'll tell you this, we are up for an award on Sunday.
And if we don't
win, this might be the last episode of Between Two Bids.
We might shut this whole operation.
I don't know how we're not going to win on our own platform. I don't know how that is possible.
Lawrence is our freaking lawyer, man.
He's our lawyer. He's our financial advisor. This is the platform that we work on. If we do not win that award,
there will be hell to pay.
That will be an issue.
Listen, Dave LaGreca, we love you and all, but we're coming for that award.
I don't know. Did they put out? I think Lawrence is just picking.
I think Lawrence is just picking.
Lawrence is just picking. So we'll see. We'll see if he's actually going to be legitimate or if he's going to grovel at the feet of people.
Unlike other award shows, we leave the voting on the Beardies solely up to you guys. For those new here, we put out a survey every year, 5 years in a row, and then we let you just vote. So we have no say over who won these awards. Traditionally what we do,
I don't even know.
I have all the winners right here. We have the graphics. We'll run the nominees. We'll let JPJ be shocked and awed. That way there's a little suspense to it. But there's a lot that happened. We haven't seen you guys. Like I said, we did a random Monday show last week.
We did.
So we haven't seen you guys in like 10 days. But we had World's End happen. We had Willow Nightingale shock the world yesterday and beat Mercedes Moné. She's your new TBS champion. MJF's the champ. A lot of stuff went down.
Yeah, I mean, it was a very big week in the world of pro wrestling. Yeah, I mean, like you said, we had a pay-per-view last weekend where a lot of stuff happened. I was another great pay-per-view from AEW that I'm sure there's 10 awards, guys, so we're going to spread them out throughout the show as we're talking about
other things.
Other things, the wrestling there was. Apparently, my football team is just felons, so that's good. So we can sprinkle that in if we want. I mean, look, I don't give a shit. We're going to be a 2 seed. I don't care.
Yeah, I thought this was just the guy you needed in New England.
It was. It just took 17 weeks for the Steph Diggs experience to actually show up in New England. But it is what it is. Allegations are allegations. We'll see how it goes. He's going to play this week. I don't know if they'll play in the playoffs, but whatever. I don't care. Listen. If what happened is true, get both of them the fuck off my team. But until I know it's true or not, the next day, Christian Barmore had an assault charge.
I didn't even see that
from August. It was back-to-back days. I was like, what?
I just saw the Steph Diggs one.
But what can you do? No.
Every great football team has some.
I mean, listen, if you're in the NFL and you don't have lawbreakers on your team, are you really in the NFL? It's honestly. They don't care. The league doesn't give a shit. Why should we? But cheer for the Colts. They got nothing to play for. You ever watch the Titanic? That was the Colts this year. Anyway.
Random question. Now, I know they're out of it. They started 8-2.
They were going down if Danny Dimes got hurt or not. They were going down. They weren't going to make the playoffs.
My question was, out of all of the possible options at quarterback for the Colts, how long would it have taken you to get to Phillip Rivers when you were like, I'm going to make some phone calls to replace?
He was hurt, so they used that as an excuse. But your boy, Lincoln Riley, who's like 25 and young, was the backup.
My boy, Lincoln Riley, you mean Riley Leonard?
Riley Leonard, yeah, sorry. Yeah, from Notre Dame was the backup. Now, I know he had a banged-up knee, and they kind of said that was the reason they didn't want to. But is he that bad?
We'll find out.
You have to go take a 45-year-old off the couch?
We'll find out on Sunday.
What the hell?
He's getting his first start on Sunday.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
And then Rivers now they're eliminated from the playoffs officially, so Rivers is like, all right, see you later. You can play the last week. I'm out. I just came by this. What?
Pretty much.
Why wouldn't he just finish this? Why, if you're going to come back, just play the rest of the games?
the funniest part is he was on the Hall of Fame ballot till he came back for 3 weeks, and now he's
now he's got to wait. What is it?
5 years?
Is it 5 more years he has to wait? He's probably gonna. I don't know if he would have got in first ballot, but he was gonna get in on the next couple of years. He's gonna get in. And I will say this: if Adam Vinatieri does not get in, kiss my ass. Anyway, took him too long to even get to the final stage. Greatest kicker of all time. What are we doing? Anyway, God bless. Appreciate that around the ballpark.
Yeah.
Appreciate you being here. Happy New Year to everybody in the chat.
Yeah, I hope everybody kept it safe.
Pardon my voice. I have been ravaged this week with the flu. I'm feeling a little better today. I felt a little tickle on Monday. And then Tuesday morning, I woke up and, oh boy, Tuesday and yesterday were issues.
Yeah.
They were issues for me. Still not feeling great, but we're going to work through it. You play hurt. You play hurt sometimes, and that's what we're doing. So I apologize if you hear me hit the mute button quite often to cough or, my voice just being kind of crackly. This is my flu game, Ryan. This is my flu game. I ain't missing the Beardies. You bet. I would be here in a hospital bed if I had to.
That'd be something.
If I had to.
Nurses,
so
nurses are coming in and checking up on you, and you're just like, "It is the Beardies. Get out of here! Come give me my medicine in 5 minutes."
Yeah.
Do you want to start with a Beardie and then we talk about some stuff? Do we want to get this going?
Listen, I don't know the winner. You can guide us along however you want. I
can guide us along.
Yeah, I'll hit the buttons. You just tell me what award you want to do.
Which award do you want to start with? Sick JPJ.
Sick JPJ. I mean, I like starting with. All right, so. You watch the Academy Awards every year. You a big movie guy? You into that?
No.
Okay, well, bless. Great. The way the Academy Awards work, right, is they usually do like 2 big awards at the beginning, and then they do the ones that nobody cares about really, except the nerds, and then they end with the big ones. You know what I mean?
We have all big ones.
But we have all big ones?
We have 10 big ones. Well,
I think we should start, since it is 2026, I think we should start with Moment of the Year.
Okay, because there's a lot here. Now, before we play the graphic, there's 5 nominees. We keep it to 5. We've always kept it to 5. It's always a point of contention because there's like 20 things that could have made this list. So in the chat, you let us know what your moment of the year was, and if we got it right, got it wrong, blah, blah, blah. Also, we like to preface this award by saying we watch predominantly North American wrestling. I do understand the significance of a lot of the Stardom and New Japan wrestling, but that is not something that we watch on a regular basis. So those wrestlers are generally omitted from this list unless they do something absolutely insanely profound that we couldn't. So if you see somebody that you're like, oh, what about Siri over in, Stardom? I couldn't tell you a single match of hers that I watched this year. So I apologize in advance, but this is just what we cover on a week-to-week basis, guys.
Yeah. So take your complaints and go somewhere else.
I will say this, though. I did have a very cool suggestion from Blair. He said we should do a write-in.
For all the awards?
Like if there was somebody that maybe we missed that people were super adamant about, we could have like a write-in option as well. We'll tweak that for the 6th
annual. People are, though. You know what some of those write-ins would say. There would be some.
Somebody voted for us as guest of the year
on our own show.
Yeah, they go, you are guest of the year, and I was like, all right. Somebody wrote in me, which I couldn't tell you who that was because it's anonymous.
It's
guys,
anonymous.
But we'll play the nominees for this year's Moment of the Year. Then we'll talk about it. We'll let you know who won.
All right, here it is. First award of the evening, first Beardie of the evening. Here are the nominees for 2025 Moment of the Year.
My best friends. Some people say we have a problem, but every night I'm making new best friends, and the only problem is we like having a good.
All right, there it is. Moment of the Year, a good list of nominees. Pluggo, you obviously know the winner. I don't. My guess
would be AJ returning.
Ooh, no.
I mean, what happened after that was kind of dog crap because she returned and did that match, and then she was gone again. But the moment itself, I felt was one of the bigger moments of the year, like her returning. Actually, I would have voted for either that or Hangman winning it all in. But this is a strong category. The Seth cash-in is excellent. The Naomi cash-in is excellent. Obviously, I felt like the Heyman turning and aligning with Seth, a lot of us felt like that could happen, but it was still a great moment.
Did I miss one of the graphics in that?
No, why? Well, there were only 5 nominees, yeah.
Yeah, because John Cena's heel turn one moment of the year.
Oh, yeah, where the hell was that? Was that not in the graphic?
Did I miss that one?
I mean, that's a big one to miss.
It's on. I was like, I'm watching.
For the love of God. Was there only 4?
There was 5. There was only 4 in that graphic. Maybe I missed one.
Yeah. Well, that makes sense because that wasn't on the graphic. So the John Cena heel turn would be.
Sorry, guys. So we're starting.
Well, I'm glad we started with that off to get that out of the way. That's what you get when you come to Beards. We don't know what the hell we're doing.
It's on the survey. I must have missed it when I was putting it together today. I also I don't have the flu. I had a nasty headache all day. So trying to do
making excuses.
Wow. Well, the winner was, and it wasn't even close, was John Cena's heel turn. We did debate amongst that should have been 5th. It was 5th. It was 1st out of 5. I personally, I would have picked, I voted for AJ Lee's.
Yeah. But listen, you can say with both the AJ Lee return and the John Cena heel turn, the moments themselves were incredible. But what happened afterwards wasn't the best. Wasn't the best. But you could say that about WWE's booking basically all year. But yes, I think I don't know. See, this is how my memory works because when I voted once, I play by the rules. I vote once, even though it's my show. I vote once, and I voted for the Cena heel turn. But I see that graphic, and I don't even remember it's nominated because I just go by what I see.
Yeah, so that's on. I guess I must have forgot to slide that in the old iMovie there. Whoops.
Well, I mean, look when we're talking about,
hopefully there's no more mistakes on these things.
You never know. When we're talking about it being 2026, that happened early on in 2025, February, Elimination Chamber. Really? And that really set the course for what was going to be the rest of the Cena last year. Yeah. And I think that those first couple months after that were disappointing for many, including I think both of us, because it just, I mean, you have that moment. I think that moment was received as well as it should have been because the moment itself was excellent. There you go. Drew might be onto it.
It's there. I looked at my graphics. I definitely made one. It's there. I just forgot to slide it in.
There we go.
But we did debate between the two of us because this year was a bit of an anomaly because there's a lot of moments could have been. John Cena losing at the Royal Rumble to Jey Uso was a huge. We were there, you know, and the arena when that happened, and the Cena heel turn. He's going to have a few other nominations throughout these award shows, but it was the year of John Cena essentially, and that moment really, like you said, set off a chain of events for better or for worse that really drove wrestling in the conversation side of it anyway.
100%.
Fernando says that Naomi had a better heel turn than Cena. I don't disagree with that.
Well, I mean, heel run for sure.
Heel run, but I mean, John Cena turning heel is just massive and such a massive moment. You couldn't even see him in the nominations because he's John Cena and you've never seen him.
That's what it was. That's why he wasn't in there. You can't see him. He just sneaks up on you.
We don't have, for those that are wondering, we don't have the Oscars or the Academy Award winning budget to do to make sure like a team. It's me sitting at home just last night, just banging these things out on New Year's
Mars
Day.
is asking how many awards he's won so far.
Mars, this is the moment of the year. You would win every time. You weren't nominated this one though, but you are the moment of the year. You got a lot going on. You're gonna have a big month. Mars is starting.
Bro. Check your DMs in a bit.
In a bit. Okay. I was gonna say Mars has got a couple of things going on this month that starts off his LPW Man of the Year award.
Trek.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Mars is won the award to the Heart, and then Ryan Sullivan says Mars will win a Mar.
100%.
If we had a write-in, this is the fear of having the write-in option. Everybody would vote Mars for everything, and then we'd have to be like, Mars won all the Beardies this year.
Mm-hmm.
For WWE Match of the Year, it'd be Mars Specialist versus the Car Door. You know,
versus what? A car door?
Car Door. Him and the
Is that what you said?
Him and Reed beat up a Mitsubishi once.
They did do that.
So, you know,
yeah. Hold on.
He's dying.
I'm dead. Oh man, let me tell you.
But again, don't forget to hit that like button, that subscribe button. Keep talking about your moments of the year. Like I said, there was quite a few. I mean, like Ricky Saints debuting in NXT, Blake Monroe debuting in NXT. Those were huge things that I think we could have maybe figured out a way. Like NXT had a lot of fun stuff in that regard. Double champs across the board. Santana finally winning the TNA Championship. We were both there for it. It wouldn't have hit. It would have hit better in New York, but hey,
you know,
there's just a lot of things that happen. This Mars being Mars, he wins them all.
Yep. Yeah, I don't know where you want to start in the wrestling discussion in between these awards. Obviously, we had World's End on Saturday. It was a great show.
It was a. Can I say? I thought it was a very. I don't know if it was like. I wasn't as into it. I had a good time. It was a good show. It was a good show overall. I wasn't. I don't know. There was something missing for me.
Okay.
Was I crazy?
Well,
was I crazy?
Listen? All right. Let me preface this by saying,
like, I felt like I sat down, I watched it, and I was like, "This is a good show," but it didn't feel like one of like AEW's like best showings. Overall.
I will say this, at the very least.
Sure.
Even though I liked all the matches of how it went down, I don't know how the finals of the Continental Classic isn't Takeshita versus Fletcher. I just don't know. You have your two main eventers for the next 5 to 10 years sitting right there for you.
Mm.
And you know, I felt like a lot of people, I think including both of us, thought that this was Takeshita's to win. And we got the Takeshita Okada match, and it was excellent. And I actually thought Moxley and Fletcher had a better match than Fletcher.
Yeah, I lost the Kicking Out Podcast Championship because of this goddamn Continental.
Yeah,
that's
and again, I thought the finals with Okada and Mox was a good match too. They went in a completely different direction than I thought they were going to go. And to me, I was just like, I feel like, Fletcher and Takeshita are like the future of your main event scene for the next, decade, possibly.
Yeah.
And then you just kind of went with the old standard. And, Okada, I get it. He's the Continental Champion. So him being in the final, okay. But like, I don't know. It just felt like you went with the old standard.
But even that, you could have done this thing like, oh shoot, Takeshita picked off Okada. We're guaranteed a new I'm with you. I made a video about it. It felt like, and I don't want to compare because it's not. I don't know if this is a fair comparison, but it felt like a WWE booking where it's like we're gonna just go with we're gonna play it safe here when they had this opportunity to have two building blocks of your future really showcased for this championship. And again, both matches ruled. I thought Okada and Moxley was a good match too. Like I really enjoyed it overall. I couldn't help getting out of my own way of going like, imagine what this would have done for that undercard, for that for that Takeshita and that Fletcher. But Moxley winning it too. So now that's the other thing. Like if we want,
he's like a baby face now.
I don't know what
immediately cuts. And again, I thought it was a good promo after the match, but like he cuts a pure baby face promo, and the Death Riders are standing there right next to him. I think that I'm like they're gonna turn on him because he's like talking about how great AEW is, and I'm like, but you have been what? And the Death Riders are just,
But then Wednesday they didn't interact with each other because Mox had a match, then they had their mixed match, and then they come together at the end. And was that a babyface group promo was that what are the Death Riders now? I'm very confused by what the Death Riders are right now. I don't know if it's good or bad yet. I'm confused.
Yeah. And so again, I thought the matches were good. I just would have picked the other guys to win them both, and I would have, just because I'm like, hey man, like Okada and Moxley losing those matches don't hurt those guys one iota, like at all. No, and I don't know if the thought process was, well, Okada's has a big match. I don't know. He's Tanahashi's last opponent in a couple. I don't know what was going on. It just felt like he had an opportunity to really put the shine on like the future of your company there. And they kind of were like, no, we're going to stick with the guys, And again, Moxley and Okada are not, those guys are, you can never go wrong by picking either of those guys to win something. You know what I mean? Like you can never go wrong with picking John Moxley to win things. It just felt like they should. To me, it just felt like they should have gone.
I felt like we were telling a different story until that moment, and then it's like, okay, now we have because that was not the story. Like you said, I thought the Death Riders
it felt like Moxley. Yeah, we weren't heading towards a Moxley redemption arc to me.
Yeah,
and we were like, oh no, Moxley's going to lose a lot of these matches in the Continental Classic, and the Death Riders are going to go like, you're washed, bro. We're done with you. And then Moxley can come back as a babyface and get his redemption arc by going after the people that turned the group he built and all this stuff. Like that's where I thought we were going. And then
now
he loses his first cut. Like he goes 1 for 2 in his first 3. And you're like, all right, it's happening. Yeah. And then he just goes on this run and just wins it out of nowhere. And it's like, again, I'm not complaining that Moxley won it. He's great. I love Moxley. Yeah. But it's just like, what?
And we're still feuding with Darby.
I mean, yeah, I guess.
The Death Riders and Darby are still feuding.
Right. Cool.
Okay. Mox is going to, spend 20 minutes getting his leg ripped off and then just win a match. That's kind of how we... Yeah, it was... maybe that was what it was. It could have been... Maybe there wasn't like a big moment either at World's End. Like, MJF winning was huge and the match was great and it was cool and all. I just I left it going like I just wanted a little bit more out of World's End that I think that I sat down and got. But again, I don't think it was bad. Like again, a bad AEW pay-per-view quote. I'm using air quotes for the people that would not see that. Is like, I mean, again, we're splitting hairs here at this point because they always put on great pay-per-views. So it's not like I had a bad time. I just felt if I was going to rank this out of all the pay-per-views this year, I don't know if it would make like a top.
No, it wasn't a top 5.
It wasn't the best. It wasn't the best show of the year, but it was solid nonetheless.
Yeah,
I just left it. I also felt like commentary was a little off. They just felt off a little bit Saturday night. Right. I don't know what it was, but there was a few times where I'm like, are they okay over there? But,
Yeah.
I also noticed, I guess I never noticed how they just interchanged those guys. Like Danielson wasn't there the whole time.
Oh, yeah. No, they always switch.
Nigel, they always switch. I guess maybe I just noticed it more on Saturday than I had in the past. I was just like, where's Danielson? I was like, I haven't heard him in a while. And they're like, oh, yeah, so he only comes for a couple matches. We're getting JR next week.
Okay.
In Oklahoma. They're going to be in Tulsa, so he'll be there next week. Go to old JR, see if he still got it.
You don't. I'm going to tell you right now, you don't. But, and again, I think something that might have hurt the show is obviously you have the main event moment where we do have a new champion crowned, but the rest of the show, it was, like FTR retained, the Babes of Wrath retained, Statlander, and again, Statlander and Hayter had an unbelievable match. Sure. That match was awesome. But it was there weren't, like you said, there weren't a ton of surprises, shocking moments, shocking wins. And even with the shocking wins, like Moxley kind of winning out of nowhere, even though that was shocking because I don't think any of us expected him to win, it wasn't shocking.
It's still John Moxley.
Yeah.
And I think that could be coming off of what was the last pay-per-view?
Full Gear.
Full Gear, yeah, coming off of Full Gear where they literally had like a bunch of crazy new things. Like they went in a different direction at Full Gear with like a bunch of different moving pieces and Samoa Joe's win, big moment to end that, right? I think that might have been part of it for me. And again, I knew we would run into this at some point. Like once you switch from 4 or 5 pay-per-views a year to 10 to 12, not every pay-per-view is going to have the empty the clip, exciting, shocking moments. Doesn't mean it's bad. Tulsa, Oklahoma, Oklahoma City, same thing, Scott. It's all the same. Oklahoma's small. It's all the same.
Yeah, I mean,
it's
Oklahoma.
Sorry to all. Well, yeah. Oklahoma City Thunder.
I
dude.
have never met a person in my life that is like, dude, let me tell you, I want to visit Oklahoma. Never. Not once.
No.
Do you?
I mean, I'd go, but I don't think I want. Like, I'm not like actively seeking it out.
Yeah.
But
what is there to do in Oklahoma besides go see a Thunder game?
Oklahoma.
What is there to do?
The Sooners play there.
That's true.
Go watch the Oklahoma Sooners. Tulsa. I don't know. What's the big? Tell Thunder that Thunder Rosa. She's from Oklahoma.
No, she's not. What? Is she from Texas?
Or tell the Thunder. He said
the Thunder. Tell the Thunder.
Not our girl.
Tell
Thunder.
the Thunder.
Listen, those guys don't even really want to be there either. Nobody stays.
No.
Nobody signs big free agent contracts to go play for the Oklahoma City Thunder. That's why they have to have such a great scouting department.
Well, I mean, they had like top 5 picks for 12 years.
Right,
ago.
and those guys, the only reason
and
those
now
guys
those guys are really good, and they're really good. And then when they have to sign them all in 4 years, they won't.
Well, they already did.
Terrible. Wait, who they already signed? Shea?
They signed Shea, Chet, J-Dub,
right. So
and
they're spending the money. At least they're
but,
spending the money.
But they're still under that rookie like max where they have control after that contract. Yeah, Shea's
they're not getting the super max. You only can give 2 of the,
Yeah, Shea's gonna be like, look, like Oklahoma City is cool and all. But I really
Can I tell you,
in LA.
and I know we're going into basketball, I know he's a great player, but I don't think there's been a great player that I've enjoyed watching less than Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. What a let me get a foul and go to the foul line. All right, here's 30 of my 4 points tonight is at the fucking free throw line.
It's because nothing he does is flashy.
Oh, I don't need
but that's what I'm saying. Like nothing he does is flashy, and he's also not a very like charismatic dude. He's a guy that's
like it's just like
he's
let me draw you into a foul so I can go to the line. And look he's great at the line, fine. But if you're dropping 35 a night, but 28 of them are at the fucking free throw line, why are we giving that guy an MVP?
Because he scored. Yeah, he's like Mike Trout. He's boring, but he's really good.
Brutal. I mean, look, if he can stay healthy for a full season, I don't think anybody's going to be winning MVPs with Wemby for the next 5 to 10 years. But the problem is, I don't know if he's going to be playing full seasons because he's like 7'6".
Yeah, you got to play that 65 games too.
You got to play that minimum, and I worry about a frame like that. I'm sure he'll bulk up over the years. He's still super young, but he's 7'6" and
Yeah.
So it's one of those things. Yeah, the Spurs are the only team that can beat them. They have 5 losses this year, and 3 of them to the Spurs.
Dan said that the Oklahoma City Comets minor league baseball team, but I don't know if I'm going to Oklahoma City strictly for minor league baseball.
Look, I got the Portland Sea Dogs right near me. I got the Woo Sox. Go support minor league baseball though. You should. That's the stars of the future right there, man. Yeah. Last night though, and look at World's, like I said, the matches were good. Statlander and Hayter, I would go out of your way to watch.
Mm-hmm.
I thought the main event was good. I picked MJF to win. I thought he would win.
Yeah.
Made sense. I liked what I saw on Dynamite last night. He brought back the Triple B, and it looks like we potentially are heading towards a Kenny Omega in MJF thing down here near the future for the title, which I feel like if Kenny is healthy and can be around more often, I do feel like, it's been a while, obviously, with the injuries and just what he's been doing. Kenny Omega kind of getting back into the world title picture in 2026 feels right to me. It's been a while. It's been a long while.
Dan, is that true? The Brock Lesnar guy retired from wrestling, attending wrestling shows?
Can I tell you?
Is that true? Is that a thing?
MJF said okay. I almost spit out my morning coffee. So this Brock Lesnar guy, right? He puts a post on social media yesterday of him with that stupid shirt that he wears. and he walks up to like a seat that he wasn't sitting in because the arena was empty. He walks up to like a front row seat, and he's looking at his shirt, and he puts the shirt over the seat and walks away like he's retired. And he said, and the quote was like, "I'm retiring, going to wrestling shows." Okay. Really over the top, really corny. Like, give me a break, buddy.
Cool. Okay.
So then MJF quote tweeted it this morning, and he goes, "Fellow wrestlers, we need to start hitting fans again." And I laughed. I almost spit out my coffee.
Listen,
I almost spit out my coffee.
Whenever between two beards, like if we ever retire, I think we should do videos where we shave our beards.
No, I will never.
Symbolizing
I
that.
would never.
We gotta do something corny like that. I didn't know that was a thing.
Oh my God. It's not a thing. This guy just thinks he's more important than he is. But it's not a thing.
We were on a podcast with the Brock Lesnar guy. Technically speaking, we were on the Wells 200. So
we were. I'm sure he's a fine fella, but come on, give me a break.
Brock Lesnar guy needs to fight Green Shirt guy before.
I don't think Green Shirt guy would stand much a chance. Brock Lesnar guy seems to be in shape, like he takes care of himself. I think Green Shirt guy could have a problem.
But I mean, I guess respect to his hustle. I mean, we're talking about him. He is a thing in wrestling. I mean, whether he thinks he's a bigger part of it or not. But
yeah, no, I get it. And he's been, he's been on TV for a lot of. It's just to me,
Brock Lesnar's guys. Maybe he's retired from being Brock Lesnar guy.
No, he said he's retiring from going to wrestling shows.
It could be because the tickets are outrageously priced.
Well, it might be. It might be.
Maybe he's like, you know what? I need to save some money in 2026.
I mean, don't we all?
Didn't you see that the cheapest WrestleMania ticket is like $400?
Yeah, well, they don't care about making prices for families.
Well, I'm just saying that's like the cheapest.
Don't you know?
Yeah, no, for sure.
Don't you know that the old guy that was running before them, he used to price one of the rare good things he did was he priced it so families could afford to go to the shows, and TKO was like, "Yeah, no, screw that. Missed out on so much money. That's what's important."
That was the problem. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why.
Technically, by the way, Dan, I forgot to inactivate the the voting, so you still technically could vote.
Nice.
You could write it in at the bottom if you really wanted to, but
not bad.
The voting is locked in and official. Like all the winners are written down right here next to me. The El Juggalo is in the house. Welcome in, friend.
Hello.
Do we want to do another award, or do we want to talk about Willow?
I don't think you're gonna like what I have to say about Willow.
I'm interested because I have some theory. I have some thoughts on it, but go.
I'm happy for Willow. I love Willow. Mercedes should have lost the TBS title last.
Oh,
she should have lost the TBS title last. And I have no problem with Willow being the person who beat her for the TBS title.
That way you can say it to her face.
That makes sense to me.
There you go. She's right there listening.
But to me, I felt like the TBS title should have been the last thing that Mercedes was clinging on to after losing all those matches. And on another thing of that is, to me, Willow winning the TBS title so shortly after being crowned one half of the first women's tag title demeans those tag belts to me. And it makes them feel like they're less than they should be to me.
Yeah.
Again, the match ruled. And the moment of Willow winning ruled. And I loved it. And I felt great for Willow in that moment. And I love that Mercedes is crumbling, because she should be crumbling. But to me, it felt like that the TBS title should have been the last thing Mercedes was holding on to as her world was falling apart. And then you have Willow beat her like 6 months from now. And then that's it. Then Mercedes goes into her full collapse, and you take it wherever you want to go. Yeah. So that's again, the moment, the match, Willow winning, tremendous. But I don't think that one half of your brand new women's tag team champions that you just crowned less than a month ago should be a double champion already. I think that demeans the tag titles. Like, that should be the focus for a long time until those are really established. And those are not established yet. And now she has a more important title that she just beat the biggest woman in the company for. And it just feels like now the tag titles are going to be an afterthought for Willow. And then that's because the downfall has already happened. The downfall has already started. She lost her second chance at fighting for the world title. Then she lost the 2 belts to Windsor. She lost the Ring of Honor title. Like it's already we were already in the midst of the downfall before she lost the TBS title. So to me, it just felt like, okay, well, she's lost some titles. The TBS title is the biggest title she has left. No offense to those independent companies all across the world, but like the TBS title is the biggest title of stature she has left. She shouldn't lose that before she's losing some title from friggin' Egypt that she fought for. No disrespect to Egypt.
Yeah, no,
you know what I mean?
To our big fans in Egypt.
You know what I'm saying? It doesn't make sense. But again, right opponent, the right person to win. I agree with Sullivan. I also hate when all companies have tag champs be single champs at the same time. It pisses me off.
Yeah, Fernando.
They're the tag champs.
Too many
have
double
someone
champs.
without a belt.
Yeah.
Win it. Makes no sense.
Who's the best double champ you've seen in 2025? We had a lot of them.
Yeah, there was a lot, wasn't there?
Yeah, so who's your favorite? But while you think about it.
Willow's up there. I love Willow.
Yeah, I guess I didn't hate it as much as you.
I don't know. I didn't hate. I didn't.
I mean,
I
like
just don't
the
agree with
reason
the way it went down.
Yeah, the way it went down. I do. I
Trick
will.
Williams
I do say,
is up there. That was a good one.
Yeah, Trick's good. JC Jane is good.
Mm-hmm.
I would say, I don't disagree with you, though. I do think that maybe the new tag champs should have had a run because now Willow is going to be pulled in 2 different directions. But we also run into the situation now what we ran into with Mercedes where which belt do we focus on for Willow? One of them's going to take a backseat to the other, which we were like, finally, let's get this TBS championship off of Mercedes so that it can be shown prominently. It can be defended more regularly, yada, yada, yada. She's got all these other belts. But now it's double champed up again. Good for Willow.
Oh yeah, of course. Great for Willow. I love Willow.
Great match.
Oh yeah.
Now I'm interested. I'm interested to see if they'll do some kind of Willow and Harley kind of struggling with Willow having to focus on the TBS championship more. Is she going to work 2 matches in a night? We'll see like how that plays as a team for Harley. We'll see. I don't know. We'll see what the focus is on the women's tag division, but I mean, I'm glad Athena and Mercedes didn't beat them on Saturday.
Yeah.
For the belts. So we had that. So now we have, and I would have liked to. I'm interested to see where this Mercedes crash out 2026 is headed. We're heading somewhere big. I think it's going to be a big one. I think she's going to have some things to say next week.
Yeah, but but this is where. And this is part of the reason why all right, I'm talking strictly.
Well, now she
to
can
the
win
people strictly to the people that are like regular AEW watchers or whatever that might not watch she's already lost the most important things.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But now she can win more. Yeah.
Yeah, but do we think she's gonna win more, or is she gonna be crashing out and losing the rest of these belts? Like, I don't think the average AEW fan is going to give a shit that she went to Italy this weekend and lost the title to whatever that was. You know what I mean? Like, they care about, oh, she lost the Ring of Honor title. Wow, okay. Oh, she lost the TBS title. Oh, she lost, those are the belts she cared about, and we've already lost them all. So now it's just those small belts for, federations around the world, and it's going to be great for those federations when she goes back and she puts over some of their homegrown talent. That's going to be incredible for those federations or those companies. But I don't think that is potentially going to resonate with AEW fans. Her losing the TBS title resonates with AEW fans, and we've already done it.
Yeah.
And I just feel like it was very quick that she's lost all these, I don't know. I just felt like the TBS title should have been the last thing she was clutching to. And then it's like, oh, damn. Now it's officially
hopefully
over.
The last thing she's clutching to now is that Winnipeg Pro Wrestling Championship. Shout out to Blair.
Yeah. Yeah.
Called that match.
But she'll go back there at some point, and Blair will call the match, and she's going to put over whoever
and become best friends with Blair. Yeah. He was like hanging out with McLovin and Blake Henderson.
I don't know the second person.
Workaholics, Blake.
Oh, with the hair.
Yeah, dude. He got to hang out with those dudes. I was like, damn, Blair. So we'll see. Yeah. We'll see how it goes, man. That was a shocking moment for sure. I didn't know if they were going to make it happen or not, but they sure did.
And again, like I said, that is just me nitpicking. The moment itself was awesome, and I could not pick a better person than Willow to be the person that did it. It's just, that was kind of the vibe I felt.
Sullivan says he agrees with you, but if you lose everything else, then you don't have a shocking TBS loss.
Yeah, but she could have lost everything else and then had been defending the TBS title and narrowly beating people while she's losing everything else. And then it's like the only thing she has left is the TBS title. And then it's like, oh, you know what I mean?
Will she become, and I think maybe next week's show, we could do like wildly bold predictions for 2026 because of just how the schedule fell. But I think what do you think she wins the AEW Women's Championship in 2026?
Yeah.
You do? Okay.
Yeah. I'd say now. I mean, she's already lost. Yeah.
Okay.
But my thought process was, and when we had our pal Phil Lindsay on, he agreed with me. I always thought the first time she's going to win the belt, she's going to be a babyface. I don't think she's going to be a heel. I think she's going to be a babyface. And my opinion was she would have the full-on I've lost all my titles crash out, and then they would kind of rebuild her. See, Boss Man thinks so as well. Great minds. And then, she would have the crash out, and then she would build herself back up to get the sympathy of the fans that when she actually is fighting for the world title again, the crowd wants her to win it.
What's more babyface and relatable than crashing out, man?
That's what I'm saying. We're probably still gonna get that.
She's starting it now. She's crashing out. She's losing everything she's got. If that's not relatable babyface type shit, dude.
I thought Athena would have been maybe the person too, but I guess for me, right? So this happened on New Year's Eve before we even got to the year 2026.
Yeah.
And yes, she has other physical titles, and I'm not saying this to demean the federations and the companies that she is champion for. That is not what I'm saying. But what belt does she currently have that anybody who is an AEW fan gives a shit about? Be honest.
The Owen.
That's not a real belt.
I know, but she has it.
Okay.
It's in there.
And she should be in the
It's
Owen.
on the line.
She should be in the Owen to defend it, and she should lose. But all I'm saying is all the belts that she has left to lose and crash out, nobody that just watches they don't care about those. She's already lost all the titles that these people would care about.
Sure.
So that was where I have the mindset of what are we building towards now? Because the build should have been towards her losing the TBS title, not losing all So we're going to start every Dynamite for the next 3 or 4 months, and it's going to be like, well, Mercedes was in Winnipeg last week, and she lost to Wrestler X, so she's not that champion anymore. And yes, that's cool, but most people watching AEW are going to be like, don't care.
Well, they're not real sickos.
I'm just saying.
They're not real sickos if you don't care about what goes on.
That's my concern. That's my concern.
That's fair. We got Chris Parrish in the house. And
what's going on, Parrish? Good to see you, friend. Happy New Year. Why don't you pick the second award? I picked the first one, and I need to cough. So why don't you pick the second award, and I will hit the button.
Let's do the breakout star of 2025. This was a good one. This was another one. This is another one that probably could have went 10 deep, but we held it to 5, and I'm happy with this 5.
All right, here we go. 2025 nominees for breakout star of the year. No music on this one. There's no music on this one.
What?
Dominic Mysterio, Megan Bain, Stephanie Vaquer, Javon Evans,
that one's quick too.
Harley Cameron.
Wow. No music on that one. What happened?
Did Kyle Fletcher win last year?
He did. I think he did.
So so technically we were like, because you can make an argument he still is kind of.
Yeah. He was one of those, like, if I was going to.
But he won it last year. So
yeah, and he
cool
was one. I think he was one where the kind of the thought process with Fletcher was like, he won it last year. Could you win it twice? He did take another level, another step up.
That's fair. All right. I mean, listen, I feel like it's Vicaire, although I think a lot of people are going to vote for Dom. Even though I think you can make an argument that Dom, see, all right. I can make an argument the same way I can make an argument for Fletcher. Like you said, Fletcher won the breakout last year and then he leveled up. This year, I kind of feel like Dom broke out last year and then he leveled up this year.
I actually
John Cena. So
I was gonna say, I actually think Dom broke out even bigger this year to a level even like it's like I think he's above Kyle Fletcher. The dude is
from what kind of like a star?
Just
a star
like a star standpoint.
Yeah,
the dude beat Cena, double champ.
Unfortunately, he's injured right now.
Yeah, he's injured right now. Hopefully, they'll have him back by the Rumble. The winner was of the 2025 Breakout Star of the Year was actually Stephanie Vicaire.
Okay, I feel like that's the right choice. That is who I voted for. That's who I feel like should have won. I know Scott was saying Javon.
Javon was second.
Javon finished second.
Yes.
Where did Dom finish?
Third.
Okay.
I think. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. My girl Harley Cameron came in last, which I think is ridiculous. Harley Cameron was my pick.
Okay.
Because I just love Harley Cameron.
Yeah, I feel like Stephanie Vicaire was right. I feel like that's the right choice. She's had a fantastic year. Mm-hmm. Got to NXT late summer, early fall last year. Was in the Rumble. Got a big response.
Double champ in NXT. Rumble
double champ in NXT. Then they kind of had her on a couple Raws just to have her, and her response by the fans was so overwhelming that they were like, JCJ, and you're beating her. We're putting her up on the main roster immediately.
Yeah.
And she was like a rocket. Like that
match she had at WrestlePalooza with the Sky.
Yeah.
Personally was awesome.
Won the title and not long since she was on the main roster. Won the title pretty quickly. Has been the main women's champion on Raw for the whole basically middle to end of the year. Yep. Very deserving. Very deserving.
Might be one of the best years we've ever seen for somebody who's relatively new to the main roster scene and to the WWE. I mean, she hasn't been there long.
No, has not at all.
But Javon's a good choice too. For like Scott said, Javon's been on the ascension. He's been killing it. I'm surprised they even mess around with him being in NXT. He did.
Well, I mean, I feel like he's basically on the main roster now.
He lost to Ricky on Tuesday, so I think he's pretty much that might have been it for old Javon because
he was on Raw. He's fighting the American. I feel like he's. And if you noticed.
He's on Raw fighting the American. Poor guy.
On SmackDown last week and on Raw this week, they did vignettes for Obafemi as well. Because I think that they were, and the report came out that, I don't know how you couldn't be, but they were very impressed with Obafemi in the match with Cody.
Tell me something we don't, right?
Yeah, no shit.
News that's not actually news.
Hey guys, I don't know if you know this. The sky is blue.
Must have been a slow day.
The sky is blue.
Trick Williams was on Raw.
Trick Williams was on Raw, and he's trying. Trick Williams seems to be trying to convince the GMs to sign him because it feels like
I've never seen Adam Pearce so giddy when he was hanging out with Trick. He's like, "Oh yeah, I'll definitely call you, Trick. I'm so excited." Yeah. Oh yeah, I've never seen Adam Pearce so giddy. So I think Trick Williams is going to be on Raw.
Yeah. I would be perfectly okay with that. I think those three guys should be up on them. I mean, they're all going to be in the Rumble, I would think.
Which is something that
they need.
Which is something that they've changed over the last couple of years, which I've actually enjoyed it. I know some people are still like call up after Manias or the standard, but I like this road to WrestleMania where we interject like these. We're signing young talents and stuff like that, and just putting. Maybe they don't have like Mania spots, but it's nice on the road to WrestleMania to get some fresh faces, some different stuff out there, because you've got your most eyes on the product right there. You know what I mean? So it's a smart move, in my opinion, to do it that way. Because the Raw after Mania is cool for call-ups. It's fun. It's a great show, but if you're watching for just WrestleMania, this is where the most eyes are on your product. So
Yes.
I'm excited. I'm excited for this group of people. I don't know what NXT's men's division is going to do without Trick Williams, Javon Evans, and Obafemi, because it's pretty light over there right now, but they'll figure it out.
Yeah, and they got Ricky. My guess would be Ricky would be the one to beat Oba again for the title, maybe. Then they got Miles. You got Miles Bourne, Tavion. Like they got those guys. Tony D just came back as a new character. Maybe he's they.
Stacks.
You got those guys. Stacks. Well, isn't he a TNA champion right now?
Yeah, he's the TNA International champion.
Yeah. So they have guys that they can.
Hell, they got Lexus King, who lost.
He lost in 3 seconds. He lost in like 4 seconds on Tuesday.
He lost in the quickest speed match in WWE.
Yes. Speed is 3 minutes or under, and Tavion Heights was like, nah.
He was done by.
We're going 5 seconds. That's what we're doing. We're doing 5 seconds.
Hey, listen, Lexus King, man.
When are they going to make him Pillman?
Listen, what
are they doing a slow 3-year build to him finally being like, you know what? I am proud of my dad. I'm Brian Pillman Jr. That's what they're building to, right?
I couldn't tell you after Tuesday. I don't know what they're building.
I feel like that's what they should be building to, is like he's eventually not going to be ashamed of his father. And he's going to be like, you know what? My dad is a legend. I'm proud of my dad. I am Brian Pillman Jr.
Maybe it would be pretty funny if they pitched that to him. And he's just like, nope, I'm sticking with Lexus King. Although he ran with the Pillman Jr. gimmick on the Indies. And
maybe they won't, because that's his real name. So they'll be like, you can be a Pillman, but not Brian Jr. We're going to call you Lexus Pillman.
Yeah.
Or something. I don't know. It feels like that's what they should be doing. But
either way, it's like some of those guys in the NXT, there's potential there. You could move up Ethan Page and redo
Ethan
you could redo your North American title scene, but right now, Hamill, that's probably the move.
Pill Bryanman, that could work.
Pill Bryanman.
That could work.
The third. The fourth.
Why don't they just call him the loose cannon Lexus King? That fits.
Yeah, you could do that too.
Just be like, I'm the loose cannon Lexus King, baby.
Yeah, they got some reshuffling and some retooling to do. And they can also do that thing where they've done it over the last, few years, where they drop down some people from the main roster to do some feuds with some people, like Lyra and Becky. Like that really made Lyra.
Yeah, put some people over.
When Dolph Ziggler did it, you could.
Yeah, he was NXT champion for a little bit, wasn't
he? Right. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So you could do that and help build some of these like Miles Bournes and Tavion Heights of the world up and give them some legitimacy to them. But Austin Theory, send him down. Rainmaker says.
I mean, listen. We can talk about that if you want.
2 weeks in, are we a fan?
I'm a fan of the music.
Yeah.
A rare dub from WWE when it comes to an entrance theme.
All right, music aside, are you a fan?
Look, and I don't hate Austin Theory as much as other people do. I just feel like, okay, like he's just I need to see more of it, but like he's
sure.
To me, he feels like generic wrestler C. That's what he feels like to me. So. He's great in the ring, sells his ass off. He's a great seller, and he's good in the ring, and he's still super young. He has a great look. If him being paired with Heyman. Oh, thank you.
I like JPJ's hat. I almost bought one of those.
The green bee? Yeah, man.
I still might, but
it's nice.
Yeah.
It's nice.
I'm rocking Texas A&M, even though they're out of the playoffs. Those bums.
Who'd they lose to?
Fucking
Bam.
Miami.
Well, Miami's
Shut up.
Miami upsetting everybody.
It's gross.
You guys in Notre Dame got to stop.
Although
you can't talk your shit about Miami.
I still can listen. I can still talk my shit about Miami, considering the fact that we should have been in 2. But I can tell you this, Ohio State, we put up 24 on Miami. Anyway,
that running back they have is good.
He's Fletcher. Good. They're a good team. I've never said that they should be out. That's never been my stance. I've always said that they should be in, but so should we. But that's another show for another day. Wrestler X, Wrestler B, just generic wrestler. I mean, here's the thing. I called it. I told you that they weren't. He was going to have to prove himself. I felt like that they proved it. It felt like it was too quick. The proving yourself part of it, like he had the one match, the one main event. They won it, and they're like, "You're in."
My thing was, I saw like he did an interview or he did something and it was like, Austin Theory talks about the struggles before the vision. I'm like, bro, you just got here. It has not been long enough yet you have not made it. You're in the group. Cool. Good spot for you.
Yeah.
Personally, if you want my honest opinion, I think he's a mole for Seth Rollins. That's what I think this is going to be. I think that Seth is working with
Where did
Theory.
you hear that, Cockamy? I've not heard that anywhere.
I think that Theory is working for Seth Rollins, and he's in the vision to destroy the vision within.
Do you think that they're smart enough to write that?
Yes.
Okay.
I am definitely smarter than the people in the writing room. Have you watched 2025 WWE? It's dog shit. But Hendrick, our boy DC Hendricks in the chat.
DC!
Happy New Year. One of the best in the biz right there, man.
I don't normally do this, but I am super pumped since DC's in the chat to shout out his new sports show.
Yeah.
I'm blanking on the name, but they got Miles McLaughlin, the leading rusher in football, high school football this year on, and that's going to be dope. DC's the man. Him and Brian are going to crush it.
Yeah.
I was like, damn.
Yeah, it's nice. That's nice.
Go DC. Go
do you
check
think
that out.
that's
Follow
out of
them and all that fun stuff. Do I think it's out of the realm of possibilities? No.
Theory and Rollins they were together during the pandemic time. They were friendly with each other, and
sure.
And I just feel like, again, maybe this is me just wanting WWE to be more creative, and I'm like, oh, that would be fun if they. But I think that Theory is working with Rollins, and I think that Rollins has planted him in that group. And it's still early on, but I feel like we're going to see, because my guess would be that Rollins isn't back until right before Mania or the Raw after Mania, depending on how healthy he is. Like, I think it's Mania time, either shortly before or shortly after, that we see Rollins. So we have plenty of time for this to happen, because I know Braun going for the title on Monday, which he should win. He won't, but he should win. And he won't.
How mad are you going to be Thursday?
I'm not going to be that mad, because I already know that he's going to lose, but he 1,000% should win the belt. But
he could.
I think that Theory is going to be, I think he's working with Seth. I think that would be a very creative thing to do, that Seth Rollins kind of planted a mole in the vision to get back to the vision. And then when Rollins gets back, you kind of already have the Rollins and Theory against. Like Rollins isn't by himself.
Isn't the vision that deep that we need a mole?
No, but I feel like Rollins would want to destroy them for what they did to him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I don't disagree with you there.
I don't know. It's just
I haven't even thought that deep into that yet. We're 2 weeks into this thing, and I've thought, okay, I like the presentation of Theory. I do think they should have waited a little bit. I think because again, I understand they revealed him quick. Everybody said it's Austin Theory. I think you said it too. Like, why drag it out if it's just Austin Theory? You don't want to let people be disappointed. But man, he was like, I'm trying to prove myself, and then like one match, and like, yeah, you're in with open arms, dude. We all got your back. We're all hunky dory. I felt like that was too easy.
It's fair.
I would have wanted him to maybe. Okay, yeah, you beat Rey Mysterio, dude. Cool. Could we're still not sure you yet, but they're all like, yeah, man, we're cool, which usually blows up in their faces. So you might be right. That's all I'm saying. You could be right. I don't know.
I'm just saying. I feel like that would be a nice little wrinkle. Let's
do show of the year and hope that I nailed the
show
music.
Of the year.
Let's do that real
Big
quick,
one.
because we got 7 more of these to go.
Well, yeah, the second hour will be a lot of,
No, I know. I'm just saying.
All right.
Let's do show of the year, and hopefully I got the music and all the graphics done.
All right. I mean, if not, I will do my best announcing. All right. Here we're going to do another Beardie right now. We are going to do the award for 2025 Show of the Year. The nominees for the Beardies are.
have a problem. But every night I'm making new best friends, and the only problem is we like having a good.
There it is, the nominees for the 2025 Show of the Year. Some good ones in there. I believe I voted for All In.
All In, yeah, All In.
Pretty sure I voted for All In. Evolution also was a fantastic show.
We didn't argue about this one, but we definitely debated multiple.
Yeah, it's hard when you have 5 shows.
This is one that we could have maybe split.
Because I thought Revolution, AEW Revolution was excellent. You can make an argument that was as good, maybe even a little better than All In, but All In had bigger moments. To me, Revolution was a better wrestling pay-per-view, but All In had the great wrestling and the moments.
Yep.
Especially with Hangman finally beating like it just had everything you want in a big show. But I voted for All In. I think All In should win.
Spoiler alert, a lot of those All In matches made match of the year categories. So just Dusty's down. The winner.
Oh God.
Oh no, of this year's Show of the Year Beardie Award goes to Evolution 2.
Evolution 2, yeah. I thought that was the best WWE pay-per-view.
And then All In was second.
Okay, that makes sense. I will accept that. I think that was the best WWE PLE of the year.
Scott said all 8 hours.
Yeah, literally. I thought that was the best WWE PLE of the year, and it's really crazy when you think about it, because imagine how much better it would have been, as good as it was. Imagine how much better it would have been if WWE actually gave a shit about it leading into it.
Yeah, they definitely,
because they just made that great show on the fly with no build, no nothing.
And it was the last show of a crazy long wrestling week. I think it was the same week of All In.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, it was the same
week.
There
was an NXT show, and then there was tucked away on the Sunday night of that long-ass weekend, and it was the best show, in my opinion, the best PLE that WWE put on.
And the Beardie Award for the greatest looking woman on the planet, Mrs. Pluggo. Hi, Mrs. Pluggo. Love of my life. How are you? She says, hello, friends. Acknowledge Mrs. Pluggo.
Yep.
I always do.
Everyone should. Those were those. Yeah. I mean, I think I would have had Evolution second behind All In, but I think that is, I feel like that was probably.
We had a lot of good shows this year. I mean, there was like Elimination Chamber. I know we didn't even talk about that was on this list, and that was where Cena turned heel. Both those chamber matches.
That was on there.
I'm saying it was on the list, but we haven't talked about it yet. That one was a good one.
That was when the Jade Cargill moment with Naomi to start the show. Obviously, the Cena heel turn, but I thought both chamber matches were really good.
Money in the Bank was good this year.
The Sami Zayn KO match from a chamber was excellent. Yeah. That was a good show. That was a really good show, Elimination Chamber.
We ate pretty good in 2025 in terms of wrestling shows. I mean, it felt like one.
I mean, the Royal Rumble had the KO Cody match. It had obviously the Jey Uso winning, which was a big surprise. All right, there we go. Madison Rayne has retired, according to Drew Nicholas. Officially retired. I mean, I feel like she hasn't been wrestling in a while, though.
Yeah.
She was working back. Like, does that count backstage from AEW? Because I know she was working backstage with them. But there you go.
Yeah, starting with 2026 with some sad news. Yeah, the Rumble, which, like I said, we were there personally, that was a fun one. Hanging out with DC and Wells Mania and watching John Cena lose and snub you on a question.
Son of a bitch. Son of a bitch. That was going to be my moment.
Oh, yeah.
That was going to be my moment. And he was like, I'm not taking questions. And I was like, are you kidding me, John?
What the hell, John? I mean, AEW, like you said, Revolution was good. Full Gear was a good show. I mean, you could have made the case for those. All Out was awesome too. Like, I mean, it was a good year overall. I thought we had a good year. We did some of the NXT shows hit pretty good. NXT shows don't hit like they used to.
I mean, they still hit though.
They still hit, but not like they used to. Remember those things? Oh man, Black and Gold 5-match bangers. Oh
yeah.
Yeah. ROH, I mean, the final battle was really good this year, I thought, too. We could have talked about ROH and that, She was teaming with Deanna on ROH lately. Deanna is your Pure Women's Champion.
Okay, that's good to know. I did not know that. I do not watch Ring of Honor. I do watch the pay-per-views. And we'll get to men's match of the year because I think a couple Ring of Honor matches could have snuck in there as well. It was so good.
Right now,
let's go right into another award.
Oh.
We're going to go to Independent Wrestler of the Year is what we're going to do.
Ooh.
I feel like we're going to go Independent Wrestler of the Year. This is my choice. We'll go right into another Beardie.
I think you're going to be.
I think this one's going to be tight.
I think you're going to be shocked.
All right. Well, here we go. Here are the nominees for the 2025 Beardie for Independent Wrestler of the Year.
My best friends. Some people say we have a problem, but every night I'm making new best friends, and the only problem is we like having a good.
All right.
Hey, I got these graphics down.
Those were the nominees. Good group. My vote went to Effie.
Shep says Effie as well. Effie held the GCW championship up until October.
And he lost it to who I think might sneak in.
He lost it to Atticus Cogar at Dream On because Effie's own mistake, and now Effie's in a little bit of a tailspin. But So you think Effie won it, or you think Atticus Cogar won it?
Well, here's the thing. I don't know how many people would have voted for Mercedes. I understand why she was nominated because she won a ton of independent wrestling titles this year.
Mm-hmm.
So that would make sense of why she was nominated, even though she's technically not an independent wrestler. She's signed to a major company.
But her impact
on the independent circuit, winning titles all over the world and bringing eyes to those small federations. I understand the nomination. I did not vote for her, though, because I don't view her as an independent wrestler. I voted for Effie. You said I'm going to be shocked. Then I think if I'm going to be shocked, it's either Priscilla or Shotzi.
Shotzi Blackheart is, according to you, the fans, the independent wrestler of 2025 and won the Beardie.
All right.
She had a good year. She wrestled all over the place. She beat Cardona early in Homecoming for the Garage Beer Championship. Her and Priscilla Kelly had a good run on top of that. Like, their matches throughout the year were great. Shotzi hit the ground running. Priscilla hit the ground running after their releases. Definitely not disappointed in the decision, but just really shocked considering some of the names that were on that list. And yeah, it's been a good year for independent wrestling, man. Resurgence.
Yep. Big time. Big time.
This is the first year of the Beardies. I think Matt Cardona didn't win it.
He won it 4 years in a row.
I don't know. Yeah, something like that. He definitely won it the last.
He did clean up usually every year, but he wasn't even nominated this year.
No, he wasn't.
So, can't win it if you're not nominated.
Yeah. He's gonna be pissed.
He responded to us a couple years ago.
We're still waiting on the speech, so that's maybe why he didn't get nominated. Maybe we slighted him based on the fact that we didn't get our speech.
Yeah, probably did.
Because he told us that if he didn't win it, these awards were silly, and I said, "Well, if you win it, you got to give us a speech." And he never did. So sorry, bro.
There we go.
He had a good year too. There was a lot.
There was.
By the way, update: Ole Miss is beating Georgia 12-7 right now in the second quarter. If Ole Miss,
I saw that.
It's ridiculous. If Ole Miss just keeps on,
they have an interim coach, don't they?
Yeah. No, they don't have an interim coach anymore. They hired their defensive coordinator to be their coach full time.
Okay.
They've got interim play callers though, because all those dudes are going to LSU.
Yeah. Don't they have like 6 coaches on their staff going to LSU or some shit?
Yeah.
Oh wow, Shep's asking, did he give you the belt?
He did. It's here.
Well, he's asking where it is.
It's sitting up here on the shelf. I didn't feel confident wearing it today because I lost it after having it.
That is true. You are technically not the champion.
Because Shep is a bum and didn't send it to me until literally the day before the prediction show.
Well, Those cow. Oh well, Georgia just scored a touchdown.
Or the day of the prediction show. I got it on Friday, and we did predictions Friday night, and the show was Saturday. But I have it. I have yet to do the Shawn Michaels pose with it. I thought about it.
I put it in my fridge like CM Punk. So
I know I still smell the tuna, as Shep said.
Yeah, it is what it is.
How much tuna do you eat on a day-to-day basis?
Not much. I do love a tuna sandwich though.
Tuna, like tuna fish sandwich, like salad, tuna salad.
Tuna salad's all right. I just prefer hand delivered. Oh, he dropped it off to you.
He didn't drop it off. He had
somebody that was in your area.
Yeah, they dropped it off at my work, and my work was like, "You have a delivery," and they were confused because Shep told the guy to go to my shoot job, drop it off at guest services, and tell them that it's a delivery for Pluggo. Not everyone that I work with knows.
I was going to say, did everyone know? Like, who the fuck is Pluggo?
Not everybody that I work with knows what I do on my off time. That I'm a world famous podcaster.
Are we world famous?
I mean,
why am I going to work tomorrow?
Because we're not like, we're like our world famous. No, I don't know. So it's funny because then like my boss goes, "So you got this delivery?" And I start laughing, and he's like, "We started to put 2 and 2 together, a championship wrestling belt, Pluggo." They're like, "Oh yeah, that must be for you, John." And I was like, "Yeah, it's for John. It's me." But yeah, it's pretty funny. So
Drew's asking if I'm a tuna melt fan. Love a tuna melt.
I can't remember the last time I had a tuna melt.
Love a tuna melt. Let me tell you. Oh, now I want one. Well, Eric, tune into the Brunch Awards on Sunday because we should be getting one.
We better get one.
We should be getting one.
We appreciate that, Eric. You're the man.
Thank you, Eric. Appreciate it.
I will say this. I before we dive into another award, before we go any other avenue, I will say I do appreciate everyone that gave us a shout out in their the end of the year stuff and their because like it's awesome that we get to work with it. We also do put guest of the year down, and we don't give out like a formal guest of the year award, but we want to shout out everybody that worked with us in 2025. Wheezy actually got most of those votes. She got like 3 or 4 of the votes for guest of the year. There was a lot though. Shep, somebody said Tanner. Shep's in the chat. Somebody said Tanner was guest of the year.
All right. Did Wheezy win?
If you wanted to break it down by vote, yeah. Somebody said Kimmy Sokol. There was no other choice there. DC Hendricks, Cole Radrick got a vote.
Yeah.
Like, we worked with a lot of cool people in 2025, man. We don't ever give out an official award because we want everybody to know.
Mini Portable.
Minnie was in the
obviously
house.
Joey Carney a few times. Joey Carney a few times.
Muscle Man Malcolm was on. We're gonna have to put a list out of everybody we worked with in 2025 and give it to Zach and do a graphic and shout everybody out. That's what we'll do.
Yeah.
But we just wanted to say thank you to everybody that rocks with us.
Joel Pearl, he was.
Pluggo's shoot name is John. Yes, it is. It is John. 100%. That is my shoot name. That's what my mama calls me, Eric. Scott said Kimmy's the only right. Kimmy big time me last.
I was gonna say she retired and has barely been, Last year she won very deservingly because she just came on the show whenever the fuck she felt like it. It felt like, but now we're too big. We're small potatoes.
I texted her about I texted her an invitation to the party, and she was like traveling to Pittsburgh, got to work with Sting, and it's like, sorry,
shit,
sorry.
Ella J. She usually works. She was on our Christmas week show last week because we were live on Monday. Did you just break your chair, bro? What happened?
It's a new chair, and there's a button right there that lets it go down.
You got an office chair now. Yeah, it's safe.
Yeah, Mrs. Pluggo got me an actual chair that's not
gamer chair.
Yeah, not my kitchen table chair. Yeah, Ella's usually
usually working. She's usually punched in the clock.
Yeah,
punched on the clock on Thursday evening. So she usually is not available to join us. We know she would as many times as she could if she was, but usually when we're recording on different days or doing other stuff, we try to get Ella on. She's been a big supporter and big friend and fan of what we do for a long time. Dan Brown was on the show a few times. Wells Mania. We mentioned the Kicking Out Boys. Drew's been on here. Josh Robinson. Like we got a good crew of We got a good crew of people in our Rolodex that we
Grant or Grant, whoever you want to call him.
Graham Matt,
Whoever, however you want to swing it, whatever.
I do feel like going into 2026, we need to get back to having some more LPW wrestlers on the show. I feel like it was a light year when it came to the LPW wrestlers joining us. So maybe we can work towards. There you go. Well, yeah, because his name is Pluggo, Eric.
Yeah, it's because my name is.
You're not going to introduce him as John.
I think it was Shep that was like, "That's not your government name." It's like, no, dude.
That's
yeah, that's my shoot name. I don't care. People know. It's fine.
Yeah, it's fair. All right, Pluggo. I mean, we have 40 minutes. We have 5 more awards, I think.
Do we?
Hold on. Yeah. 1, 2, 3.
We did 10 total.
5, 6. We have 6. We have 6 more awards.
All right.
So we have 6 more awards in 40 minutes. Georgia has just taken the lead over Ole Miss here with 4 minutes left in the.
Good, because I kind of want Georgia versus Miami, so I could Carson Beck have to beat Georgia would be kind of.
Oh yeah, because he left for like $12 million or some shit.
Yeah. He left for
a lot
of money and one of the Cavender twins, and then went to Miami and cheated on one of the Cavender twins.
Wait, what? Who the fuck are the Cavender twins?
They're they're twin basketball players. They're kind of social media famous. He left Georgia because obviously they didn't need him anymore in Georgia. They Gunnar Stockton.
Yeah.
Who
got murdered on a plane.
So he goes to Miami, obviously for the bag, but he was dating one of the Cavender twins, which was they play
women's basketball.
Yeah, they played women's basketball on the Miami Hurricanes, and then that relationship fizzled out pretty quick because there's rumors that he was out at the Miami clubs. Living his best life.
He should have been a real scandal. He should have cheated on her with the other one. And Georgia just got a pick 6, so now they're up 21-12, just like that.
Damn.
Just like that. 2 touchdowns in the span of a minute and a half.
Although Ole Miss winning the national title would be hilarious because they have to pay, LSU then would pay Lane Kiffin $1 million for Ole Miss winning the national title. That's in his contract.
LSU would have to do that?
Because he didn't coach it. But so if they want it, he gets more money. He gets money from LSU for another team winning, his old team winning it because he didn't coach the games.
Wow.
Yeah, it's wild. Anyway, let's do a feud of the year. Why not?
Feud? We can do tag team of the year. We can do feud of the year.
Well, whichever. Tag team or feud?
Let's do tag team.
Eric, that was mean. I don't appreciate that.
What did he say?
He asked if Notre Dame.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Listen, Eric.
Those are fighting words, bro.
Listen,
it was a fumble. It was a fumble return, not a pick 6, but a defensive score.
Same thing.
So now they literally scored a touchdown, 2 touchdowns in the span of like 2 minutes.
There they go.
And Georgia has an LOD. They do a Legion of Doom spike thing, shoulder pads. I think.
They also don't necessarily give up big leads either, so it might be tough sledding for Trinidad Chambliss.
Yeah. All right, here we go. 2025 Beardie Award nominees for Tag Team of the Year.
My best friends. Some people say we have a problem.
There it is.
That might be the best one yet. I like.
I've heard arguments that the Hardy Boys should have been nominated.
Yeah,
they were number 1 on the PWI Tag Team of the Year list.
Who's arguing about our Beardies that I didn't hear about it?
No, I just heard some people say that the Hardy Boys, not arguing with us, but they're saying the Hardy Boys were the best tag team of the year in wrestling. They were the number 1 tag team in the PWI list, but they did not make our nominees.
They did win the NXT titles. They did have the TNA. It could have been.
They had the match with the Dudleys that we were there for.
I will say this: there was one suggestion because we also do suggestion box at the end of this that said that we should have split this into men's and women's. And I think the reason
next year we probably will now
I think now that AEW's got to focus on the women's tag division, plus the way the women's tag division has evolved in WWE over the last couple of months, I think it only makes sense that we would. So then maybe the Hardys would have slotted into that one of those spots as well. So this was the closest vote.
Was it?
This was the closest vote of all the awards.
I think that I know who I voted for, but I think the team that should win is the team that I voted for, and that was Brodito.
And the winner is Brodito. Yeah. They beat out Charlotte and Alexa by 1 vote.
That's fair. I love FTR. FTR are the current AEW Tag Team Champions, but FTR didn't do a ton this year before they kind of ramped up to win those tag titles. They lost a lot. They had great matches because they always do, but they lost a lot of matches. And, you know, to me, it felt like Brodito was kind of the put together team who won that tag tournament.
Yeah.
And then they had the upset victory to win the tag titles. And they had a great run. They were great. And they were
for the Hurt Syndicate.
Hurt Syndicate was great as well. I'm interested in we're getting Shelton Benjamin and Moxley on Dynamite next week. Or is that on Collision?
This Collision? I think it's on Collision.
Is it on Collision?
Collision. Yeah, the Collision looks pretty stacked.
Yes. But I think that's the right winner. I thought Brodito was excellent. I thought, you know, for a team that was just put together, I thought they exceeded all expectations. They were super over. They were super fun. I'm glad they won. That's who I voted for. So
yeah, if the WWE would have put more focus on the women's tag division that they've put over the last couple months, I think they were, because Asuka, the Kabuki Warriors are killing it. Rhea and Io were all of a sudden a tag team. That
Rhea and Io, I think, are going to win those titles on Monday.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So like they had that crazy run there. So the Busta and the Brain did not qualify. That is the Jordan Oliver and Alec Price. No, they won. They won the For Exposure Independent Wrestling Tag Team of the Year over on the Exposies on Saturday. So check that out.
There we go.
They're a great tag team. I mean, but I will say I do like the refreshed. Plus, the fucking Usos won their 9th tag team championships on Monday. Like AJ Styles and Dragon Lee had a good run. So yeah, maybe next year we split this into men's and women's and get a couple more men's teams in there and a couple more women's teams in there, because I like tag team wrestling. I know.
Oh yeah.
I know that it goes in ups and downs on who focuses on it and who doesn't, but everybody seems to be focused on it a little bit more. So let's do this.
Yeah, I wouldn't be shocked if those are 2 separate awards next year now. Like you said, AEW has an established tag team women's division now. With WWE and NXT, I feel like there will be enough established teams by the time we're sitting here a year from now where we could probably do both. But yeah, I think that was the right winner there. Yeah. I mean, I think Rhea and Io are winning the titles.
You think so?
Yes.
You don't think there's any shenanigans that are going to happen? I feel like there's.
Do you think Io's going to turn?
I don't know. I don't know if Io's going to turn. Is somebody else going to get involved? Is Charlotte and Alexa going to get involved because they kind of wanted that spot? Are we gonna play that?
And I think you build to Charlotte and Alexa versus
Io and
Rhea. And Io as like a massive tag match, right? That's like a massive.
Sure. Yeah, I could see that too, but. Where would you put it at the Rumble?
Rumble, right? That would probably be my guess. I mean, I don't know if you don't want Rhea and Io in the Rumble. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. But either way, like I would lean towards Rhea and Io winning on Monday for sure. I just don't know if it's going to be clean. That's all. I don't know what's going to happen there because they're again, like I said, they got this new emphasis on these women. We got Bayley and Lyra are still pissed that they're not in the spot, right? And they're doing that stuff with Adam Pearce, so that's a wild card factor. They could get involved because, like, we had those 4 teams battling it out. And we ended up with Io and Rio. I'm just going to call them Rio. That's Rio versus the Kabuki Warriors. But what about Charlotte, Alexa, Bayley, and Lyra? What about those 2 teams?
Yeah, and then you have Lash and Nia as well.
So there's some stuff going on in the division that I think you could ramp it up, and they do love themselves 4-way pay-per-view women's tag match.
Yes, they do.
Love that. They look like, here, just triple threat this thing. So we'll see. But I'm with you. I like Rhea and Io. I think that they might win it. I don't think the Kabuki Warriors need it for super long.
No.
But
I agree.
We'll see.
All right.
Monday's going to be big. Monday and Tuesday.
Well, I want to talk about
New Year's Eve too.
Yeah, I want to talk about Monday and Tuesday, but I want to talk about Monday because it's setting up to be a really, really big show. But let's get to another Beardie first, and then we can start talking about what's going to be happening on Monday. We went with tag team first, so let's go with feud of the year, and then we'll just be down to our matches and our wrestlers of the year after this. So let's go the 2025 nominees for the Beardie Award for feud of the year.
My best friends. Some people say we have a problem, but every night I'm making new best friends, and the only problem is we like having a good.
There they were, the nominees for feud of the year. I voted for Rollins and Punk.
Yeah,
that's what I voted for. That was just me though. That would mean that Punk would win 2 years in a row because I think Drew and Punk won last year.
Yeah, because Drew and Punk had that awesome feud last year. Made like Drew McIntyre like he was on a roll.
Yeah.
Talk about a guy that like absolutely was on fire in 2024, and then 2025 has been kind of like. I mean, I know he's still doing the stuff with Cody, but nobody's enjoying themselves.
No. I mean, why is it still going on? He can't beat him. And they're doing this 3 stages of hell match so Drew can get a fall on Cody, but not fucking win. That's why they're doing this.
Yeah, no, that's why you do that.
That is why they are doing this stipulation.
So then he can go, I pinned you.
I pinned you, man. Even though he's going to fucking lose. Again.
Well, the winner of feud of the year, and there was a lot of other options. We could have talked Maxine and Becky could have been on this list. That was a fun one.
That was a fun one. Happening again on Monday, which we'll talk about in a minute. I love the Lyra and Becky feud. That was one of my favorite things WWE did all year.
Who was the women's feud in that graphic, Eric? Lyra and
Becky.
Becky has done a I'm surprised there's not more love for her in women's of the year conversations because she made Lyra Valkyria earlier this year. She's currently making Maxine. She's making stars right before our eyes because you can't undersell what she's been doing in those feuds. But the winner of the 2025 Beardie for feud of the year is Jon Moxley and Hangman Page. And I think because that was massive in AEW, and then Hangman beating Moxley to get the belt finally out of the Death Rider's grasp was a huge moment. And yes, Hangman, dude, he had a killer year, dude. He's all over the place, this guy.
He is all over the place, as you should be. As he should be. It might not be the last time we read off his name. Potentially. But yeah, no, I thought a lot of good feuds. I love what Becky Lynch has been doing. This is kind of my favorite iteration of Becky Lynch, to be honest with you.
Mm-hmm.
I love all of this. With that being said, and I know you're a big Maxine guy. I know you've loved what they're doing with Maxine.
Mm-hmm.
I do think that the run is ending for Maxine on Monday, though.
Yeah. I'm with you.
Going to win that belt back.
I can't. It's hard to beat somebody twice in a row, 3 times.
4 times, right? Isn't she 3-0?
This would be 4, right? Yeah. Unless there's some type of, but if there's some type of shenanigans that would get involved, but I don't want that. I don't want Maxine to, if you're going to build her up, don't want her like, if she loses, she loses, but I would rather her just lose than it be like she's, having to eke out these wins. I don't know. Yeah, I have this weird feeling Becky's getting that belt back, but then poor Maxine.
Do we see Natty?
I think we have to see Natty.
Do we think like maybe Becky wins and she starts beating up
I would think
Maxine
so.
after the match or something like that, and we get
Becky.
Natty. We get actual Natty coming back and starting a feud with Becky, maybe.
Speaking of which, I got for Christmas, I got the Natty book.
Oh, very good.
I got to read it, and it's a signed Natty book. I got to read it.
Oh, it's signed.
I got that in Soraya's book, man. Signed too. Mrs.
Wow,
Pluggo.
that's fancy. That's pretty nice.
Mrs. Pluggo is pretty good.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
But yeah, I think Becky. I love Becky Lynch. She's my goat. So I don't pick against her rarely. I love what she's done with Maxine. Again, if you're gonna have Maxine lose to Becky on Monday, please keep her doing something, because this has been the best Maxine we've seen. This has been the best stuff, the dungeon stuff with her and Natty. Like, why not? And then I guess on the other flip of that, if you have Maxine win, what do you do with Becky? Do we get her into the world title?
I still think there's unfinished business with her and AJ. Like, that's not over to me.
But where's AJ been?
Well, I think she's going to be there on Raw on Monday. Yeah, Scott's saying in the chat that she's going to be there on Raw. So maybe Becky wins and AJ's the one who comes out, and you do that. I just feel like, we saw the vignettes with the low-key legend Natty getting Maxine into, mindset ready to go to be a good IC champion.
Sure.
We got to see her on screen at some point. Like, I feel like
I would think so too. Yeah, there's a lot of fun stuff that could come out of that match. I'm really intrigued on what they do with that Monday. That Raw is going to be bonkers.
It is.
Or it better be bonkers.
Well, I mean, listen, we kind of rushed on it, but there are 3 title matches happening on that Raw. We have the women's tag titles with the Kabuki Warriors and Io and Rhea. I think Io and Rhea are going to win.
So you got Io and Rhea winning. You want Braun to win. You don't think he's going to win, and then you have Becky winning. So you got title changes.
Look, I wouldn't be shocked if the Kabuki Warriors retained by nefarious means.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, if I have the pencil, I'm saying fuck it, and I have all 3 new I do all 3 new champions.
Okay.
But if I could only pick one, it should be Braun Breaker. Damn it! What else does he have to do?
Did you notice on Monday night he
out-promoed CM Punk had a great promo. He out-dueled CM Punk in that.
But I will tell you this.
What does he have to do?
I will tell you this. CM Punk out-tanned Braun Breaker this week. That was weird. I've never seen that before.
Rare.
Which I think maybe here's what I think how that went down, because I do agree with you. I think Braun out-promoed Punk this week, but I also think maybe somebody backstage said, "Hey, we know
the kid shine.
We know you can eviscerate this kid because you did it last week. Maybe let him win this one a little, maybe not by a lot. It wasn't like a landslide victory, but it's like, hey, maybe just because at any point Punk could kill that guy in a promo. But yeah, I'm with you. I think you should pull the trigger on Braun. I think it would be a big deal because how are you going to end it then? You're going to end it with what? The Vision getting involved. You have all the tools to let Braun win it, and you could have the Vision get involved, and you could do it in a way that keeps Punk super strong, and you could keep the feud going, because that's ultimately what you want to do. Is you don't want this to be a one-off, but if he just loses it, then how do we get back to it? Braun would have to win the Rumble, I would imagine, and then he would have to go after Punk, I would assume.
I mean, to me, when it comes to the Rumble, and I get it, bad guys win the Rumble, but like, to me, the better story is always the babyface winning the Rumble and going on to challenge the heel champion at Mania.
But we don't have a heel champion.
Exactly. And you have this young stud that has proven himself that he is ready to be the champion.
Yeah.
He should beat CM Punk, whether it's by bullshit or not.
Yeah.
Which, with the Vision and Heyman, it should be by bullshit.
Yeah, I'm 100% with you. I think we should pull that trigger of Braun Breaker.
And then you have Punk win the Rumble or the Chamber, whatever you want to do, and Punk challenges Braun Breaker at Mania. And if you want to have Punk go over at Mania, fine. I don't think he should, but fine. I just think that's the way you should do it. Instead of what I think they're going to do, have Punk win and then Braun potentially win the Rumble or Chamber. I just feel like again, I've been yelling this for a month now on this show. Just fucking do it. Just make somebody, dude. Just make somebody.
Yeah. We spend too much time and and maybe WWE, we got to do it at Mania. It means more at WrestleMania. I'm the opposite. I think him walking into WrestleMania as your champion and Punk challenging him hits just as hard as if Braun Breaker walks in and beats him at WrestleMania. I think it's the same. I don't think it really makes a huge. Chamber is in Chicago, Scott, and I'm hoping. I'm waiting for them to.
Oh yeah, you'll get approached.
I'm waiting for them to start taking requests because I really want to go to see that. That'll be crazy. But before we keep talking more and more about it, let's knock out another one of these Beardies, man.
All right, what do you want to do?
We're going to do matches of the year, and then we'll do the wrestlers of the year. So we're going to go men's match first, baby.
All right, let's do it. 2025 nominees for the Beardie Award for men's match of the year.
My best friends. Some people say we have a problem, but every night I'm making new best friends, and the only problem is not giving a good.
That's a strong category. Now I know AEW dominated that.
Yeah.
4 out of 5 nominees. I get it, but it is what it is.
But I put that Fletcher Speedball match last just so we talked about it first because, damn, I'm still not over how awesome that was.
Match of the year.
But I want to be honest with anybody in the chat, and this is why we keep it to 5. There was some matches that didn't quite make the cut for us. I don't think Cody versus Cena.
I was going to say Cena and Cody could have easily from SummerSlam, not
for Mania, for SummerSlam. So let us know if we missed any that you thought. Think but WWE side of it.
Rhea and Io at Evolution with Naomi, but that's the women. We have a separate one. We did women's separately.
We did women's and men's this year, and that was another thing. We talked to our buddy Josh Robinson because we were trying to get to an even 10. And then we were making matches of the year, and we were like, hey, we'd split men's and women's. And I know he said that some people might look at it as a negative to split the two, but I actually looked at it as a positive, and I think we discussed it amongst the three of us and said there's so much talent, so many talented women's matches this year. There was so many talented women that I think it would have been crazy to not give them their own award for their own matches this year because there's some matches that didn't make the women's list that I'm surprised didn't make the women's list.
Yeah.
And we make the damn list. That's how crazy it was. Scott said he liked Fletcher and Briscoe. You know what? I actually surprisingly liked Fletcher and Briscoe a lot more than I thought I was going to, especially considering it came after another street fight type match or death match thing that happened right before. Yeah, so that's not a bad one either. Eric said Bucks and Swerve, and Ospreay was amazing. Fletcher and Ospreay in the cage. Yeah, Fletcher and Ospreay in the cage was really good.
Yep.
I'm surprised we didn't sneak that one in there, but again, only 5. This wasn't close.
It wasn't close.
It was not close.
I think that John Cena and AJ Styles is going to win, but I voted for Hangman and Will Ospreay.
With half the votes, with pretty much half the votes, 48%. Cena and Styles at Crown Jewel.
I thought that was easily the best match of the Cena retirement tour. I thought it was probably the best pay-per-view match of the year for WWE.
I thought Crown Jewel was one of the best pay-per-views of the year.
I thought it was good.
Yeah, Tiffany and Stephanie on the card. That Cena Styles match, what was the other one?
It was Cody and Seth.
Cody and Seth was really good.
That's when Seth got hurt, unfortunately, but it was still a pretty good match up until that point.
Seth got the job done, which he couldn't do at the big. There was a lot going on at Crown Jewel that was really solid. So
yeah.
I remember watching it at your house. I know how you live.
True.
I know what's behind that door.
It's true. We watched it at 8 a.m. or 9 a.m. here in this JPJ household.
After closing down a bar in a responsible way, I've done that in years, but Boston bars close at like 1, so it's not that bad.
Yeah, it's not bad. Yeah, for some reason, even though we're a big drinking, we like to throw down. Our stuff closes early.
Our
last
stuff
call's like 2 if you find a good spot. It's like, damn, that's early.
3 o'clock here.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
But it doesn't shock me Lou is behind that door, yes. It does not shock me that Cena and Styles won. I think it's a deserving winner. I just thought, for me, my favorite match of the year was Ospreay and Hangman in the finals of the Owen. I thought that was just incredible.
Hangman's Owen run could have, dude. It was a great run. There was so many good matches this year. Like, it's hard to nail it down. It never gets any easier, and that's a good thing. That's a good problem to have.
Yeah.
Every year we say it, we're like, man, we could do 8, we could do 8, we could do 10, but we keep it 5 out of tradition.
Yeah, 100%.
Cena and AJ though, they checked all the boxes. It was like a nostalgia,
the Bray Wyatt moment with the Fireflies,
the AJ coming out in TNA gear,
and him hitting all the finishers of some of his TNA long feuds with Joe and Christopher Daniels, and he hit all those.
Absolutely fantastic.
Nice. Like it was like a ode to both of their careers, even though it was just because AJ's last year was this year.
Yep, because
so it was like an ode to wrestling almost, and it was an ode to both of those careers. And I said it on here. I think John Cena was essential to AJ Styles in WWE. I think Cena and that feud that he had with AJ was the most important feud for AJ in his WWE career. I think it cemented AJ pretty early on as like, hey, is like one of those guys that got famous somewhere else that is going to be a top player here, like no question. And I think that feud that he had over that period of time in the mid 2010s with Cena, really made AJ was already made, but it made AJ in front of the old boss first and foremost.
Yeah,
the WWE only fans. What?
WWE only fans? Yeah, what? Where? Take my critic.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know about that. That's how I first fell in love with AJ.
Was their OnlyFans page?
But the WWE watchers, only watchers, whatever the hell you want.
Yeah. No, I get it. There's a large contingency of wrestling. And we talk about it all the time that only watch WWE, so they would have no idea. And so, they did a great job with Styles.
I'm not shocked by that being the winner. I'm not shocked by that being the winner at all. Completely makes sense. This was John Cena's last year. I expect Cena to win some of these awards, and I thought that match was really like, I didn't meet a soul that thought that was not great.
We honestly sat and debated about just making a John Cena only category, because you could have easily said like the AJ Styles match, moment of the year, the Rumble moment of the this was just a weird 2025 where this John Cena retirement tour, for again, better or worse, however you want to spin it, was something we've never seen before. It's with somebody that they've never done this with anybody before. The focal point in WWE was his retirement tour. I mean, that moment where he was that kid that he made cry in Germany was huge. The first heel promo, the pipe bomb, like, you could have just said Cena had his own separate Beardie this year, and we could have done that, but we tried to incorporate it into the awards as best we could without overpowering it. And I think rightfully so, this match was the best of the Cena run. Like you said, SummerSlam could have been that was a good one with him and Cody, and then he started really turning it on.
Yeah, like look at that. I don't think that was at that level, but he had a real good match with Logan Paul.
Him and Dom,
the Cody match.
Good.
Yeah, him and Dom. I thought both their matches were good.
Shit, him and Gunther was good.
Him and Gunther was a good match. I know everyone started crying at the end of it for whatever reason, but him and Gunther. Yeah, so like he had a good last few months. And I think the AJ Styles match at Crown Jewel really was, no pun intended, the crowning achievement of the year for him. I just thought it was a special thing. So now let's go to the other side of match of the year. Let's check out our nominees for the 2025 Beardie for Women's Match of the Year.
I only drink with my best friends. Some people say we have a problem, but every night I'm making new best friends. good time. Forget yourself, health, and your boo.
I mean, I'm going to be honest. I think this category is stronger than the men's.
Yeah.
I think this category was stronger than the men's. To me, listen, the triple now, Io and Rhea at Evolution had one of the best matches of the year, and Naomi cashed in, which officially made that as a triple threat. I know the picture in the graphic shows the actual triple threat they had from SummerSlam.
Yeah.
But I so you can kind of count, I guess, both those matches as two, even though I think the Evolution match was better.
Yeah.
But for me, it's a two-horse race. It's the triple threat match at Mania between Bianca, Rhea, and Io, and it's the Hollywood ending. And I really don't think it's that close. I voted for it, and I think the Hollywood ending with Mariah May and Toni Storm should win this. I thought it was
I'm going to let you
spectacular.
suspense for a minute. Ope through. We appreciate you guys. Thank you to all the hands.
Yes, another one of our new friends that we
on their show. We love being
we had them on. We were both on there, solo and together.
Yeah. It was close, but the triple threat with Rhea, Io, and Bianca at WrestleMania.
That one?
The Hollywood ending by like 2 votes.
Hey, listen,
I like the Hollywood ending as well. I voted for that as well. I honestly thought Stephanie and Io from WrestlePalooza saved that show. I thought that was a hell of a match. This is a strong year, man. There was a lot of good matches. Evolution had a lot of good matches. TNA had some good women's matches this year too, with Kalani Jordan winning it, JC Jane getting the double champion up, NXT, like the women's division. That's why we felt like we should highlight these 5 matches instead of trying to like just do the thing where it's like, do we have 3 women's matches in the match of the year too? Like, just give them the whole 5 because there's so many. Like, and again, like you said, stronger than the men's. Like that Hollywood ending match could be match of the year. Probably is match of the year on a lot of people's cards. Like,
And Ope saying if the Hollywood ending closed, it easily would have been the women's match of the year. It should have closed that show.
Yeah, it should have.
I know Tony was asked at the presser over the weekend where he was asked about women's main eventing, and he said, "Oh, it has to be the right time, right place." If the Hollywood ending wasn't the right time, right place, what the fuck is?
Yeah, I don't know who.
Honestly, what is?
I don't know who sneaks it out there because that was fantastic. I thought Toni Storm and Mercedes did a killer job at All In. I think the hype. I will say I think the hype of that match maybe.
Yeah, that's fair.
Maybe people thought it was going to be bigger than it was, but I still think it was a solid match.
Yeah, and I think listen, we're not talking about it, but the Iron Survivor and the coming out party of Kendall Gray, and that was a great event through and through. Good. But that women's Iron Survivor match that started that show was unbelievable. How good that match was. That was a strong category. As Ope says, it was a great year for women's wrestling. But yeah, I mean, look at that triple threat match at Mania. Ophelia, you're good to see you, by the way, Peggy.
Yeah,
always wonderful to see you.
Yeah,
but you're not wrong. I think both you and Ope are right. I think if it did close the show, it probably would have won women's match of the year. However, I do believe that if Mariah probably wasn't bouncing, maybe they would have given it the main event. I hope that wasn't the main reason it wasn't the main event, because it should have main evented Mercedes and Statlander all 3 times, but last month very good.
Yes, Mercedes and Statlander have
great feud, great rivalry,
fantastic chemistry that I didn't think that they would have together. That's a great shout too. They did.
Yeah. So a very strong award and very strong year.
Tiffany, I mentioned it earlier. Tiffany Stratton and Stephanie Vakira at Crown Jewel, I thought was very good.
I thought they did very well.
I don't think we put enough respect on Tiffany Stratton's year, to be honest with you.
There are some people. Yeah, listen, you know how I feel about Tiffany. I love Tiffany. Look at the booking of Tiffany. You can make an argument with, but the matches she was in. I know the Charlotte match at Mania. There was some. It
wasn't great.
It was other things going on there, but to me, most of the times Tiffany was in the ring, she had above average to good to great matches. So that she hasn't been on TV for a while. I think a nice little Rumble return would be nice for her.
Yeah, I think she's finally getting. I think she's finally getting her body right, getting her mind right, getting taking her off TV.
And here's the thing, guys. I know she became a big star and they kind of made her a baby face, and I'm cool with that. Have her return as a heel. She's a 10 times better heel than she is. Like, just have her come back and rip somebody's head off as a heel. Please and thank you. Okay.
Yes.
And have her come back and be on Raw. I don't think she needs to be on SmackDown anymore. New environment. Have her come back and rip Stephanie's head off, and they can have a feud with her being a main heel. Like, Stephanie kind of needs.
She needs some.
She's been doing, she's been with Nikki Bella, and I love Raquel. I think Raquel should have maybe been in the breakout wrestler category as well. I think Raquel had a monster year and raised her profile big time. But have Tiffany come back and put her on Raw and have her be a massive heel going after Stephanie or something like.
Yeah, they do need a little.
Have her come back as a heel.
They do need a little something on Raw. I will say they should have her come back on Raw and team with Rhea Ripley and see if we get. Did you see that TikTok floating around or that interview floating around where they asked Rhea Ripley like which ring gear she would absolutely never wear of another?
Oh, and she said
Tiffany. She goes, "You'll never catch me in pink." Which my first thought was WWE's going to book them as a tag team, the odd couple tag team,
Pink and Black Attack, baby,
something like that. Yeah,
Pink and Black Attack.
Tiffany's gonna be like, "Come on, wear it."
Triple H will never honor Bret Hart like that. All right, we are down to our respective women's and men's wrestlers of the year awards. As we are ending, getting towards the end of the show.
So get your final thoughts in on who.
So your final thoughts in. We are going to start with, we went men's then ladies when it came to the matches. So we're going to start with the ladies here. So we have the 2025 nominees for the Beardie Award for Women's Wrestler of the Year.
Drink with my best friends. Some people say we have a problem, but every night I'm making new best friends, and the only problem is you're not giving a good time. Forget yourself now.
All right, strong category. That is 5 really good choices. I'm glad JC Jane was nominated. She had one of the better years in all of wrestling, carrying
I would have
NXT down there.
I would have fought you if you disagreed with that pick.
Oh no, I would never.
Because I was like, I did not have double champ JC Jane on my bingo card. I did not have her winning the belt again in an NXT division. And I get it, guys. They write the shows, blah, blah, blah. But I'm trying to look at it and I watch the shows in a division that has Blake Monroe, Jordan Grace, like they're like, no, we're going to run with JC here. So good for her. I will say this: had Naomi not gotten pregnant, congratulations to her and Jimmy.
Yeah, I think she would have been on this.
She would have been on this list because she was
100%.
absolutely on a tear
100%
before that happened.
And then you think of Rhea didn't make it. Bianca Belair has been injured since WrestleMania, so she's usually a staple on this award every year.
Mm-hmm.
You think about the talent that
Athena didn't make it.
Athena been the champion the whole year.
Yeah, it's loaded.
There's a lot of talent out there, big time. But I think we got the right 5. I think JC Jane deserved to be on there. I think Stephanie, I think Mercedes and Tony are the 2 representatives. You could have made an argument for Statlander as well.
Statlander.
You could have made an argument for Statlander. But I think this was the right 5. We have Scott in the chat saying he voted for JC Jane. Shep is saying Tony Storm. I voted for Stephanie Vaquer. I voted for Stephanie Vaquer.
So did
I thought that she would her explosion onto the main roster and just how quickly she was elevated to one of the top women in that company. And she's held the belt for a long time, basically the whole second half of the year. I voted for her, but I could make an argument for almost any of these ladies.
I just don't remember. I don't remember a time where a wrestler hit the ground running with the main roster the way Stephanie did.
Yeah,
I mean, we all know how good she was. Crazy to think, like 2 years ago, not even she's wrestling Mercedes on that pay-per-view and all that at AEW, and now she's the biggest star in the company. But the winner of the 2025 Beardie Award for Women's Wrestler of the Year is Mercedes Moné.
I mean, she won 14 titles, Pluggo.
14 titles.
She won 14 titles. How are you going to argue it? How are you going to argue it?
She won. Not only that, she won the titles. She had some really killer
every pay-per-view match that she had was one of the best matches on the show.
Yeah.
Every single one.
She gets a lot of hate.
Oh, yeah, for whatever reason.
But she produced this year, and sure, she's probably had a couple of not such great matches, but everybody does. But for some reason, if she has a mistake or it's not, everybody jumps on it. But no, she killed it. She killed it this year.
Yep.
She
was excellent. I mean, you can't I mean, look, you can make an argument for all of them, but I mean, you can't really argue her winning. She literally traveled around the world and won 14 world championships and was undefeated for most of, singles competition. She was undefeated for most of the year until All In July or August, whenever her whole tenure.
Yeah.
I mean, let's be real.
Ope says Julia had a solid year too. I would say Julia had a solid year until she
made it to the main roster, and they were like, "Oh, we're going to give you the U.S. title." And
speaking of people that didn't make this list, like
Chelsea
Green had Selena Vega had a good year. There was a lot of Lyra had a good year. Becky Lynch, and I sung her praises earlier, had a really underrated year. I mean, the women's division in wrestling right now is absolutely on fire. So, who knows? What 2026 is going to bring, but hopefully good things. For all of them.
And then that brings us to our last award of the year, of the evening. It is the Men's Wrestler of the Year. And here they are, the nominees for the 2025 Beardie for Men's Wrestler of the Year.
Drink with my best friends. Some people say we have a problem, but every night I'm making new best friends, and the only problem is we like having a good time. Forget your self-help and your programs. I'm only taking 12 steps.
There they are, another good 5. Much like JC Jane, I was very happy that Bandito made it on here. I think Bandito, part of he won the award for Tag Team of the Year with Brody King for Brodito. I think you could have made an argument that a couple of his matches against Takeshita and Hechicero could have, this was a 10 nominee thing, might have cracked the Men's Wrestler Match of the Year. Obviously, John Cena with his retirement year, the whole year in WWE was circled and focused around him. So, some could say that was a sentimental kind of nominee or so, but I mean, look at the whole year was revolved around him, man.
We don't have we're not the PWI. We don't have a hard, fast criteria where we have rules, but you can't understate with Cena, right? Was the match quality the best all the way through? Maybe not, but again, he dominated the conversation. The influence alone of just you couldn't not talk about the guy, and then he did win the WWE Championship, for the 17th time. He won an Intercontinental Championship,
Grand Slam.
He had the Match of the Year. It's hard not to have him on that list. I know he's probably not the same caliber of wrestler as the other 4. But,
But we have Scott in the chat saying, he voted for Bandito. Yep. To me, it's Hangman. It's Hangman Adam Page. I think match quality, story leading up to All In, and even started kind of right before, it started with the Owen and the redemption arc earlier before that with Swerve, and then he was a part of another Match of the Year. He was in 2 Match of the Year candidates in our awards. He was in with Mox, and he was in the tag match with Swerve against that was Ospreay. Never mind, I lied.
But either way, we looked up at one point though, and we were like, "Shit, Hangman's in."
Yeah, he had the match with Ospreay. He had the match with Moxley. The match with Fletcher after he was the champion was insane.
The match that he just had at World's End, which didn't make the list because cut that of it. That was good. The guy had a killer year.
He was unbelievable. He was unbelievable. He's the main character of AEW. He is my pick.
Are you ready?
Wrestler of the Year.
Are you ready to find out who won? And the winner of 2025 Wrestler of the Year is
Wow, really? Wow, shocking.
The wrist man!
We did the write-ins
The
earlier.
wrist man!
Pluggo just wrote in a million times.
Oops. And now I've screwed up the bottom graphic. I just had to do that one last time. No, the winner was John Cena. It was John Cena, and this was interesting. It went John Cena, and this was close. This one was actually really close all the way through. It went Cena, Bandito, Hangman.
Yeah. I feel like those are the
That was the top.
Bandito definitely deserved a lot of love.
Yeah, he killed it. He had a good match last night.
He was a double champion. He's had great matches. I can't remember an even like average one.
Yeah.
I know it's buried on Ring of Honor a lot, but like I said, his match with Takeshita at that Ring of Honor pay-per-view was insane. And then he had another one that might have even been a little better with Hechicero.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, the Brodito stuff, like him and MJF, because he won the Diamond Ring. Him and MJF is going to be a ridiculously good match for the title.
Yeah, 2 weeks at Cardiff.
Yeah. So very deserving. Very deserving. Well, Scott, sometimes that's what happens. Sometimes that's what happens.
Who gets a sympathy vote?
You think Cena winning is a sympathy vote? Yeah. I don't think it's a sympathy vote. I think it's a lifetime achievement, acknowledgement vote, if anything. I wouldn't say sympathy. I don't think we feel bad for John Cena. I think the guy he retired. Yeah, I just think it's almost like and I'm going to say this, and if you people hate me, you hate me. The year that Lord of the Rings Return of the King won, I don't know why I'm doing Oscar references tonight. The year that Lord of the Rings Return of the King won Best Motion Picture at the Academy Awards, it wasn't the best movie of that year. It wasn't. There were like 3 movies that were better than it. But that wasn't it. That was hey, we appreciate this trilogy that you did, so we're giving you this as an honor for your whole trilogy. And I feel like that's what the Cena.
Well, again,
that's what the Cena vote is. And I think Ope's right. The last half of the year, every match Cena had was pretty much a banger.
And Scott, I don't think Scott, because he retired. Yes, Scott, he retired. I think that's part of it, because if he doesn't do this retirement tour where he has 36 dates or 37 dates or whatever it was, 37?
No, it's 36.
No, 37.
What's 37?
Clerks.
Oh, yeah.
But no, either way, I think that does help, and it did ramp him up. But if you think about, again, like I look at it like this too. Like, just having great matches isn't enough. Like, he had moments. He had,
heel turn.
The heel turn. He had the pipe bomb, like I said earlier. He had those great matches. He had the turn back from a heel into a face. He had that moment at Saturday night's main event. Again, better or worse, tapping out the moment. Like, you got to factor that stuff into this as well. Like, yeah, we'll never see anything like this ever again. We might, but I mean, like, the way that they did this. So he wins, and I think that rightfully so. Next year, we won't have a Cena retirement tour looming over our head.
Nope.
I don't think they're going to give AJ Styles the Cena treatment. So
not like that. No, I think AJ will get his flowers, but he's not going to get that.
And I said it from the beginning of this when he announced it. You throw out WWE 2025 is just this weird anomaly of a year with the Cena run. Again, better or worse, 37 is better than 6-7. In the context that I'm using 37, I think you're right, Spencer. Yes, it is better than 6 or 7. But 37, you told me you only slept with 3 guys. Yeah.
37.
When he walks out of the convenience store, he yells that guy starts walking. It's a family show. But yeah, that was our Beardies of the year. Again, good debate with everyone in the chat tonight. I appreciate everybody being super respectful. I know how people get fired up about these things and start yelling about award shows and stuff. But again, it's all for fun, and it's wrestling. And 2025 was a solid year, man.
It was. And hopefully 2026 will be even better for the pro wrestling we watch, for what we do here at Love Wrestling, for Beards, for Pluggo and myself. Hopefully we can do a lot of cool stuff again and just kind of continue to elevate as we move forward here. One thing I got to ask, I know we're running a little bit over, so just a couple minutes. The rumor is he just became a free agent yesterday. Are we seeing Chris Jericho on this Raw on Monday? Because people are talking
that
Jericho is going to show up on Monday.
We got I guess we
Raw.
should be going over. I think we should go over time talk. I don't know where he's showing up. Like there's rumors that he shows up on
for
Raw.
the Rumble. I feel like he should be before the Rumble.
Yeah, I think if you have Chris Jericho in the fold and you're gonna make a move, the name value alone is better than just like, oh, he returned at the Rumble and he's gonna wrestle. Like I think you want to build it up, especially if you debut him if he comes back on Monday, you've got those two shows: the Saturday Night's Main Event in Montreal, the Friday night.
It's in Canada, and
Canada.
Raw is in New York, where his father played hockey. He has a history of New York.
I couldn't tell you where
sense.
Montreal and Winnipeg are, but he's from Canada.
They're not close.
He's from above the 49th parallel.
Montreal is like above me. It's east.
So he's So Spencer's probably pulling out his mullet right now, going, "Pluggo doesn't know geography, piece of shit."
Yeah.
I think you should. I think you could. I don't know how you debut him. I don't know in what context you want to use Chris Jericho. I don't know what context where do you like just he hits a couple figures. I put that question out on my socials last week, was like over under Chris Jericho matches in 2026. How many do we see? I set the bar at 6.5. So
I feel like WWE has kind of proven, and look at their booking.
But is he going just until Mania, and then he's going to hit?
No, I think he goes until next year's Mania.
Oh, he's going to do a full year run.
Yeah, I think he would. Yeah, I don't think he's just going to show up for like 3 months in peace. I feel like he'll give him a year. Like again, nobody's doing the Cena retirement. Nobody.
Yeah,
but I think he at least gets the year. Like I wouldn't be shocked if he went from January through next year's Mania.
So what do you do with him Monday then? Where do you debut him, or where do you return him?
Well, I mean, it depends on what they want to do. He's going to get a babyface pop upon the return.
Sure.
But is he a babyface, or does he come back as a heel? I think him and LA Knight is a really good spot for LA Knight and him. I'm trying to think of, if he comes back as a heel, what baby faces that aren't in the title picture are at the level of fighting Jericho.
I'm just asking where you like. Okay, so he's just gonna we're just gonna hit the lights out
because we have the world title match with Punk, so you're not gonna do him and Punk.
No,
that's how So I'm like, who on like
Dominic Mysterio?
Dominic's hurt.
Title, but he's hurt. Yeah.
If he comes back as a babyface, does he interrupt Gunther? Maybe when he's talking shit about Cena, you can have Jericho come out and be like, "Oh, you're some legend,
man.
You're some legend." Oh, I know.
Honestly, though, I actually kind of wish Gunther would have beat more.
I think he should have squashed him.
Who absolutely just ragdolled him and got even more heat on him, but they didn't kind of do that.
Drew, to answer your question, he's coming out to break the walls down. He's not coming out to anything else but break the walls down, in my opinion, once he's back in the Fed.
Could he? He could do Judas, though, because
he could. It is his song. I'm sure he owns it, so he could.
And I'm sure AEW licensed. I'm sure there was a licensing deal with AEW.
Yeah, I think it's break the walls down. I think it's one of the best.
He's going to definitely hit the break, and then it might cut into something else because he does like to reinvent himself.
Yeah, I could see him interrupting Gunther. Maybe Gunther's been kind of talking shit and being this cocky, whatever guy. I could see Jericho. Teasing that maybe let down the line. Gunther maybe ends him later on this. I don't know. I could see that. I'm trying to think like Logan Paul. This is if Jericho's a babyface. Logan Paul maybe. New Jericho and Paul. I think
he's gonna get a babyface.
He's gonna get a baby if he's showing up. Whenever he shows up first, whether it's in the Rumble, it's this Monday, it's next Monday. Wherever he shows up first, he's getting the babyface pop right away before they decide whether he's going to be a babyface or heel.
As long as he doesn't do the learning tree.
Oh, I thought some of it was good. I think people shit on that a little too hard. I thought he was fine. I thought Jericho.
Does he say anything, or is he like end of the show? His music hits type deal, and he comes out.
No, I think he has to cut a promo, doesn't he? Just seems like his vibe.
Could you imagine though that moment at the end of Raw, he just shows up, he's at the top of that ramp,
here's the thing.
and he looks down at whoever won that belt.
Yeah.
And then
what if CM Punk wins, and then Jericho shows up, and that's the Rumble match, is Jericho and Punk for the title?
Oh man, that'd be crazy.
Could do that. Could run that back. Jericho's of the stature that he can show up and have a world title match.
Sure.
Why not?
Okay.
I think you could do that. Jericho screws Punk, Spencer says. What if,
What if he's new?
But if Jericho screws Punk, then that means Braun Breaker's the champ then, so. Which I want. I want Braun
The Jericho's in the Vision because you know
Jericho
how he
the
loves
leader
groups.
of the Vision?
You know how he loves groups.
No.
The Jericho Vortex. He's like, oh, that Braun Breaker. I got to work with him.
Yeah. Listen.
Oh, this Austin Theory guy. I got to get my hands on him. And
Yeah.
all of a sudden, we're in the Jericho
I'm
Vortex.
going to be honest with you. I didn't think we'd be here. I'm actually kind of excited to see what a Jericho return in WWE looks like. I know it's not going to be anything, you know. I know he's at the end, but I'm kind of looking forward to see what they do.
He'll hit the greatest hits and he'll have a good run. I don't dislike Jericho as much as others. He's always on my short list of wrestlers I really loved. I mean, the last few years have been not great, but he's older now. I get it. He's also doing the Fozzy. He does have a Fozzy tour, like a month coming up, like right after the Rumble, I think, for February. So I don't know if that says anything. You're muted, bro.
I also think that WWE has proven over the last couple, year and a half, couple years that they know how to book people when they're not around all the time. Like they booked Roman consistently well. Cena this year, well, the heel run wasn't booked right, but you know what I mean? Like he was only around sparingly and they did it like, so I feel like Jericho can work that type of schedule where he's only going to be around, 20 to 30 times a year.
Yeah, he's not doing a full schedule.
He's not going to be, so I feel like they've kind of proven they have a formula when it comes to that. So, hey, EPW show showing up. Good to see you, friend. Hey,
what's up?
Hope you are well. Happy New Year. But, all right, we ran a little bit over, but it was the Beardie Awards. We had to.
We should have had that wrap it up be. Wrap it up, be. Let's wrap this shit like award show style.
Yeah.
We should have tried the Nate Bargatze thing.
Music.
Every minute we went over, we had to donate to charity. That didn't work out real well.
Fair enough. Yeah. But we're gonna get out of here so I can go medicate and fall asleep.
Feel better. Yeah.
But thank you all for joining. We had a lot of good people. We had a lot of people in the chat. A lot of fun tonight with the Beardie Awards. We appreciate you all. Like Pluggo said, we appreciate you all having some decorum.
Yeah.
When we're all
we got a good community, man.
We do.
Everybody's usually pretty chill.
Yeah, and we built a good community here over these last 5 years. Today is not only is it the Beardie Awards and the first show for Love Wrestling in 2026, it is the 5-year anniversary
of Love Wrestling
for Love Wrestling.
I remember being in the chat of the launch of the first. I was just a dude in the chat, and here I am spending all of Spencer Love's money and causing him a ruckus every week for at least 4 of those years. I don't know if I was there.
No, it was a lot because it started in 2021.
Yep.
And January 1st, I came on board end of February, and you came on board that Mania.
Yeah, so it'd be 5 years this Mania for me. Yeah.
Your first, the first thing that we ever did together was like the Mania post show. There was like 5 or 6 of us.
Yeah.
So we are approaching our 5-year anniversary with Love Wrestling in the next couple months. I think Beard started in May or June of that year. We started shortly after Mania.
In the summer.
Something like that. So we're approaching our 5-year anniversary.
It's crazy.
This summer, which is nuts.
250th episode is going to be next month.
250 is like, about a couple months away almost. Our 250th episode here at Beards, which we probably have already done, but official.
I don't think we're that bad.
No,
I think it may be
246 right now.
Maybe 1 or 2. I don't think for 8 off or 7 off, but
listen, we did a lot of shows that weren't numbered early on, bro. That's all I'm saying. Not every show was numbered early. Not every show was numbered early.
We've already had it.
We might have. I bet you we might have, but it's not official until that number says so. All right, on the title.
That's right. We could manipulate next week's the 250. Suck it.
Correct. But no, we're gonna get out of here. We're in a little bit over. Thank you all for joining tonight. Thank you for all the thumbs up on the YouTube. We appreciate you a lot.
Yes.
And here's to the 2026. Everybody having a safe, fun, and awesome year. And I'm excited about Love Wrestling and what we're going to be doing in our 5th year of existence. A lot of cool shit should be happening. So, Pluggo, why don't you do the thing? Plug your stuff, plug our stuff.
Spencer says that they've been retroactively numbered, so he says he's pretty He probably thinks it's
All
correct.
right.
But either way, I'm Pluggo. You search Pluggo, you'll find my face. And like JPJ said, every Thursday night, 8 p.m. right here on Love Wrestling CA. Go to @B2Beards on all social media platforms to see what we got going on, what we got coming up, who's coming on, all that fun stuff will be right there. Saturday, I'll be back at 4 p.m. with the great Blair Pacheco for Exposure, talking about the weekend that is independent wrestling. We just had a couple of independent wrestlers get signed to AEW. We're going to talk about High End Maya World for sure. Plus, get you ready for the weekend that is professional wrestling. And that's what I got going on.
Heck yeah, man. I'm JPJ. You can find me at JPJ Loves Gaming on all social media platforms. Obviously, you can find me here every Thursday night at 8 p.m. like Pluggo said. And then you can find me on Body Slam after Raw and after Dynamite doing some post shows over there. You can find me on The Hive multiple times a week. I do a Raw watch along with our old pal Josh Robinson every Monday evening. And then I do a show called The Swarm over there where I talk about the week that was in pro wrestling and we talk some pro sports. Pluggo, I didn't know I was going to get sick as a dog when I signed up for this, but Sunday morning at 2 a.m. my time, I will be here with a jug of coffee. I will be on our pal Jamie from The Hives.
Saw that.
On his channel with our pal Auntie Collins, and we're going to be watching along to Wrestle Kingdom.
I'm going to be waking up for work, and you're going to be miserable.
Brother, I did not know that I would get the flu after I committed, but we're going to do it. And I'm gonna either take a nap beforehand and wake up and get through it, or I'm gonna cram and pull an all-nighter, baby. But we're doing it. So I'll be live over there.
Watch that at another time.
So if you're at Tanahashi's last match, Okada, Tanahashi, we got Takeshita fighting. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. So if you're gonna be watching Wrestle Kingdom, come hang out with me, Auntie Collins, and Jamie over on Jamie's channel.
I'll come say hi when I wake up in the morning.
Exactly. I'll probably be asleep on stream. Probably. Probably going to happen. But no, follow me, JPJ Loves Gaming. I release my schedule every Monday morning. You can check where I'm at throughout the week and all that fun stuff. But appreciate you all. And we, as the Beards, appreciate all the love this year. And you guys have given us the whole time, but especially this past year. Appreciate you all in the chat. Drew, love you, buddy. Maybe you and I can end up on these LPW airwaves again at some point this year. I'm kind of itching to get back to doing a second thing here. But yeah, until next week, we will see you. Have a good rest of the weekend. Everyone enjoy the new year, the first weekend of the new year. You all know the drill. For the first time in 2026, say hi to Sue.
Hi, Sue.
We'll see you next week. Peace out.
Hey there, Pluggo and JPJ. It's Trent's mom, Sue. And I have a bone to pick with you. So, I understand that you guys are being real idiots and spending your entire monthly budget. You've got to be kidding me. This is not the way to be when you're trying to run a business. Your boss, Spencer, is really pissed off at you. I'm pissed off at you. You have some nerve. Get a grip. You have to control yourself. You can't just go out and spend all the money that you're making, you two beards guys. Oh no, this is coming out so stupid. Anyway, behave yourselves, or I'm going to cut you off from watching AEW. You're no longer going to get to know, be able to meet my son. What? Or me. I'm sorry, this is like, I don't know. Anyway, thanks so much for being fans. Watch yourselves. Knock it off.